Hey, good evening and welcome to tonight's episode of Loot, Die, Repeat, when a bunch of schmucks who wear fake mustachios, mustachi? What's the plural of mustaches? I don't know. Mustachios. Sit around and we roll some dice and we laugh at each other and we do some collaborative storytelling known as Dungeons and Dragons, and we're thankful that you're here to join us as we continue telling our story. And as a way of saying thank you for those of you who are here with us live on Twitch, we're going to be giving away some free stuff tonight right over here. We're going to give away those sweet yellow dice along with those 2 medium miniatures. I think it's like a bugbear, and I can't remember what the other one is. I think it's like, I can't remember. But then there's like a Lucrota large mini. If we get 3 new subs tonight, we will package that one in and give away all those minis. And so we got a bugbear and, oh, that's right, like a little bird familiar type creature. So that's cool, yeah. So you can win that tonight if you watch and enter in at the specific times during the show. We also, of course, have all of our past episodes up on YouTube. We'd love if you would go there and just subscribe to that channel, which of course is free. And if you're watching here on Twitch, like the show, follow us please, and subscribe as well. You can affect the show through the cheering of bits. If you type in !rewards, it will show all of the different options that you have to affect the players here. And just be active in the chat, because we want to hear what you think. And we want to hear what you would do, what you think is funny, what you think is silly and foolish. And we just love interacting with you as we go. A bunch of us here have our laptops, and we'll be active in the chat while we are not role-playing. All right. So, apart from that, I think we have our bard who is en route and will be here shortly. So you can, we got him a new mic, and so we're gonna do a little bit of EQing of that on the fly. So apologies if he's a little loud or soft. We're going to try to dial that in as we're going. But for the rest of us, I think we are ready to go. So without further ado, let me jump into tonight's recap. And so, our adventurers, who have taken the name the Shades, have been seeking their lost companion, Killion Honorado, who was captured, stolen, kidnapped by Zhentarim, along with Morthos and Josephus. And both Morthos and JB have been rescued and or escaped from the Zhent's clutches, and now, having tracked their friend Killion, they learned that there was another halfling named Kelsin Mare who may very well know his whereabouts. And so they did some investigating and learned that Kelsin lived in the Noble District, and that a woman by the name of Lady Ray, a madam of one of the local pleasure shops, would know more information. So after visiting the unique establishment in the Noble Ward, they were pointed in the direction of Kelsin Mare's home, who Kelsin being the leader of the Night Knives, a underground thieves guild in the city who works with the guard. And they infiltrated his home, setting off some of his traps, avoiding several of the others, and ultimately discovering a hidden room that led to a space where Kelsin had been observing them the whole time as they went through his house. They convinced him that they were not the enemy, that they were not of the Zhentarim, and offering his tentative trust, he agreed to lead them to the base of the Zhentarim that he knew of. And he hoped would be able to find their friend Killion there. And so, leaving the city early in the morning, they traveled several hours into the forest along the road into kind of the untamed wilds. These roads are certainly dangerous, and on that way were ambushed by a giant constrictor snake that had attacked them as they crossed a bridge. Taking care of this enemy and licking their wounds, they continued on towards the base of the Zhentarim, and arriving at this large open cave that kind of rises out of the forest around them. As the sun sets and dusk turns to darkness, the Shades, led by Morthos and JB and Ray, who has been quiet the whole time, playing the quiet game, Rubius, Oliver, and their new acquaintance, June, all face this cave where they hope to find their friend. And it is at this moment that we begin tonight's episode.
Guys, I did so well playing the quiet game. I better have a picture of me, June. It was like I wasn't even here. I was so quiet. I was as quiet as a mouse. Maybe even quieter, depending on what kind of mouse that Rubius is thinking of, because he's a little wonky with all the animals.
I've seen many mice, and they are much quieter than you.
I don't know about that. I was pretty quiet last episode.
I say I was impressed, and a promise is a promise.
Tree arms!
And I will turn both of your arms into tree rings.
Yay! Ray starts running around in a circle.
And so with a flash of light, the illusionary branches cover your arms, and you start running around in a little circle behind the bit of a hill that kind of shades you from the entrance.
And then I'm going to stand really still by a tree, and I go, June, can you see me? Can you still see me?
Where did she go?
I'm
Rubius is genuinely looking. Where did she go? Where is she?
She's like matching.
Ray, it's not funny. Come out now.
It works! Oh, next time we can turn me into a mountain. Next time we need a distraction. And then it's like, bam! Mountain in the middle of a city. That wasn't there before. But look, it's just me! And then I whack some people! And I go bam, bam! And so
this
kill bad guys.
This little halfling who's been leading you has turned around and kind of looks back with an incredulous eye towards your whole group and towards you, Ray. He says, well, I got to be honest. I quite liked you much better while we were playing the quiet game.
There are so many things. Do you know that they took me to a brothel? I'm only 13!
Do you know what a brothel is, miss?
I know one.
A base of a soup.
Well, you can sure make soup out of what goes on there. But anyway, what I'm saying is, if we are going to be infiltrating this cave of these Zhentarim, who are intent on capturing you two again and killing me in particular.
My tree arms will protect you.
I hope so, but I also hope that your quiet voice will prevail.
In order to not give away the potential element of surprise we might hold.
I can be sneaky with tree arms.
The last time you infiltrated their base down in the sewer,
I was super quiet then.
That's good. Were there traps there?
Many.
There were these blades that ran down the hallway that we had to... I had to throw Morthos like a dart, which was pretty cool. And then he kind of like, bam! And then he turned them off for us.
That's fascinating.
There were lots of pitfall
Oliver's
traps.
the storyteller of the
Do you
group.
expect there to be traps again?
Well, of course.
Naturally.
It's a bad guy
Most
base.
definitely.
Do you think it will be necessary to be quiet and
Don't worry.
stealthy?
I'll be quiet when the time comes, but right now we're so far away, it won't matter.
As her voice is like
I see.
echoing in the kitchen.
You, my lady, are a storm giant, if I'm not mistaken?
Mm-hmm.
There is no such thing as quiet when your voice is as the thunder.
My voice has the thunder. No one's ever told me that before.
Let it out, darling. We're going to need you to be empty when we get in there.
Maybe later. I'll have to think of something that I can. She's like clearly whispering to make sure that she doesn't ruin her thunderous voice. I have to think of something that'll be like really cool when it's thundering. I can never speak loudly again until I think of it.
Excellent.
Okay.
I say,
Why didn't anybody else ever tell me this? Sorry, JB, I interrupted. Go.
do you think that we have, do you think that we have time to perhaps prepare ourselves,
Maybe with some healing?
young halfling?
Well, I think we should take whatever time we need, as little time as possible for the sake of your friend. I certainly could use some healing myself. I took a wallop from that snake, and would certainly appreciate perhaps if one of you might assist me, or I could take longer time and try to patch myself up. That I believe that goes over your ear like that, yes, sir. Right, that'll help us to hear you.
I think that we should probably sit here for a little while. I have some spells to prepare us with, and we should talk tactics. And so if you could take care of your wounds while we prepare, perhaps we can all be more of the ready before we get there.
I agree. I feel like I can't be as angry as I normally can be.
Yes, for me to concentrate on what I'm doing, I might need a little bit of quiet also.
How much time were you thinking?
Oh, like an hour or so.
That's good, because I need to meditate.
Actually, an hour and 11
Will
minutes
you draw me
would be
while you
great.
meditate?
No, I will be in my head meditating, but I will meditate on the meaning of what a drawing of you means.
Next time you do a drawing, can you draw me with trees?
Now, to the point here, as Josephus pulls up to a tree and sits down, resting with his back against it. I don't know what to expect entering a cave of a nefarious organization, for I have somehow in the past week have fought off skeletons in a cave-like structure, and also was abducted and tortured for moments, and other than that, my experience in this is highly underwhelming. And so, Morthos,
Yes.
do you happen to hold any secrets of the art of adventuring into organizations' main bases?
I have been through a couple in the past.
Well,
I have.
make sure you tell us after we all die.
Pause the video and audio.
Yeah. Adam, mute me quick.
I think, Oliver, have you learned anything in your schooling of this type of adventuring?
Specifically about what?
Specifically about saving our asses in a cave full of enemies.
No.
Generally speaking, we're all going to be pretty stealthy.
We're back on, people.
So, listen. So what I'm saying is, could we prepare a plan prior to entering the cave? Morthos, do you have thoughts on that?
I actually think that is a brilliant idea. It has been my experience in the past that undoubtedly this cave will be trapped in some way. Most likely, especially after what we encountered in the sewer. We need to make sure we check our path very carefully. Stealth is obviously our benefit, but more importantly, I think we need to remember an order where some of our more, how should I say this, soft among us.
I literally have boots that make me undetectable.
Well, that's not
Did you
what I
say
meant.
boots or boobs?
Yeah.
Both.
I meant some of us are not as
That's
quite
awkward.
as heavily armored as others, and those perhaps should stay a little bit behind in order to not get hit by some of these traps or.
Who's
whatever
wearing
we
heavy
might find.
armor?
Well, nobody's wearing heavy armor. I just meant some of us don't have very much armor at all.
I am wearing robes, so
Yeah, she's got like nothing on either.
I have 0 armor.
I know.
I'm in a tank top,
Yes, but
but I have a
you-
shield.
I'd say, and you are very tough.
I
So-
am. I want to be up front because I want to protect all you guys from getting hurt.
So
I
if the
appreciate
plan is to go in the right order in battle, I think that it's very important as well to utilize each of our skills to the max.
Or, and hear me out, we just charge in head first.
Oi, Melinda?
Yes!
That is a plan.
I like that plan the best.
That is
and
a
my
plan.
tree arms will distract everyone because
definitely
they're
will.
so cool.
Yeah, that'll distract it. They'll be like, who's this chick with tree arms?
Well,
walking
Ray,
in?"
while
Exactly.
I commend your bravery
Exactly what they'll say.
for being so brave as to want to charge headlong in, and while I would say that normally it is my style as well, I have found that charging straight in usually ends up getting people killed.
Oh, yeah, I don't want that.
Oh, I
And
don't want to get you guys killed.
Unfortunately, we are still quite young as a group, and we must be wise, or one of us might not make it out of this alive. This is not a matter to take lightly.
one who rushes into a rushing river rushes into their grave.
There's a lot of rushes.
You really like
Rushes.
water.
Many. Not really.
Oh, you've mentioned lots
That's
of
why I
water.
don't rush into it.
Oh.
I think as we go in, we do not know what we are going to encounter, but that we know from the caves that we are in the sewers that there are some very strong individuals in the Zhent. And we must make sure to maybe focus fire on individuals. We cannot spread ourselves out too thin, or we will leave ourselves exposed.
Do you think we're going to have to kill people?
I would most definitely say yes.
Just knock them out.
If you'd
I
like,
did.
you can just knock them out and then I'll knock them out further.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
What
Like ready to sleep?
skills do you happen to
There.
bring to the table?
Well, you look like a clever man, intelligent sort. I suspect that you can deduce what the leader of a thieves' guild would bring to the table.
Yes, you would think, except for the fact that I have been in experiences where wizards mix with rogue yards and bardyards team up to assist the shipyards.
Yeah.
To-
I don't think half of those words were actual words.
I don't think so either.
It's just something me and my buddies used to say.
I
but-
think he was actually trying to be funny, which, from a wizard, is... I appreciate the effort.
Oh, all right then.
Someone
if-
finally gets me.
To
I
be-
really appreciate that.
To be clear, perhaps it's the accent. Anyway, to be clear,
Doubt it.
I am one who excels in the shadows and doing the stealthy, sneaky deeds
I'll
of
say
a rogue.
You kind of remind me of my former self, if I must say.
Well, you certainly have the garb of a thief, but with that, unless you're doing something really impressive, which I got to admit what you did in that last battle was actually really impressive with the whole radiant monk person that you commanded. But a blind rogue is no rogue at all. So I don't know what you are, but you keep doing exactly what you're doing.
If you believe that the only way to see is through your eyes, you are sorely mistaken.
So listen here. With all that being said, I can help one person. In fact, I can help multiple people attempt to get into the battle before the enemy does.
Oh, pick me! Pick me! Pick me!
Now, if we are attempting to be sneaky there, Ray, perhaps those who are the sneakiest should have the advantage in getting to their enemies first.
How many people can you help?
Well, it depends on how useful you want me to be during the fight. I would say one would be beneficial currently.
Well, what worked really last time was I held the shield in front of Oliver. So whoever goes first, I can hold the shield in front of them to protect them from any traps that they might not see. It worked quite well, and it protected Ollie.
I loved it. Yeah, like I said, I never felt so safe.
That's right.
I did not feel safe at all.
Oh,
My shield wasn't in front of you.
I don't know much.
You were getting your ass kicked at that time, I believe.
But I know that
Like
I'm
on a
very
table,
sneaky.
just pow, pow.
Oh, I thought we were referring to the bridge. Just
No.
now.
No.
You mean when I was tied up? Yeah, no, that was no fun.
I do have a question. Like, if we're gonna try to be sneaky sneaks, remember that cape, the one that they were wearing when you got all taken? You remember that time when you got taken?
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Yeah. Are you sure?
100%.
So I have one of them. We kind of know what they do, but we don't quite know what they do. You know what I mean? Like the mechanics of it per se.
Yeah.
Could you maybe, I don't know, this rest take a look?
Is it magical?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you grab someone and you poof and you're somewhere else.
Yeah. So that's why I wanted to take this little rest here. So hand it over. Let me check on it.
And he keeps his hand back here, and Oliver starts rooting, or Bart starts rooting around back there, puts the bag of holding in his hand, and he reaches in and grabs the cape of the Montebank and hands it over to JB.
Oh, whoever goes first should wear the button so they don't fall in any holes.
The
This
button's
is
on
a
me. Yeah.
fancy cape. I will just give me about 10, 11 minutes, and I'll figure this one out. And he'll walk around the tree and start pulling in at his supplies and sitting around humming for a little bit to identify the.
So you
Cape.
do identify the cape, and it is a cape of de Montebank. You are able to wear it. It does not require attunement, but you do need to. You need to be wearing it, and you can once per long rest cast Dimension Door through it, and a singular willing creature may be teleported with you up to 500 feet away to a destination that you can see, or that you can essentially visualize in a specific direction within range. So that is how it works.
Well, Budzinger, I have found out that this cape could certainly help us get in there. If you were to know what the spell Dimension Door is,
Dimension Door.
it certainly has its uses. However, whoever's wearing this cape, and one other person willing, can transport themselves any place in the direction. I'd say about 500 feet feels about that strong. And you don't even have to see where you're going. You just have to know of that
Yes.
place.
You have to know, though, correct? You have to know where it is you want to go.
Yeah.
So, I was thinking, if this is the place that has Killion, Mr. Killion, maybe we could sneak in, and if we could find him, we could just grab him, and poof.
But can you bring someone with you through the portal?
I mean, if you just heard his description, a willing creature could go up to 500 feet to a place that we
What if
know.
you return just his arm?
Like, only his arm was willing?
Yes.
Oh, that would be a problem.
Well,
Hopefully someone would give him a hand.
Rubius.
Now that's a
June
joke,
doesn't even
JB,
realize she
that's
made a joke. She's being completely serious.
Rubius, I say that is actually an astute question. Magic is not simple, and so there could be flaws and errors. However, I have read of this spell. It is a standard spell. I believe this cape could be super useful.
So you're saying a small group goes in?
Yep.
Like me and you?
Maybe a little bit bigger than that, but like, yeah.
Just
No,
me.
yeah.
Just me.
June,
Yeah.
while they're having this conversation, in the periphery of your vision, which as the darkness is falling, you are quickly losing visual of the cave itself. But just as you are losing the visual, you think you see a creature walking out from the forest towards the cave. You, with your passive perception, just kind of notice this, and you look, and it looks like it's like a dog or something that walks into the cave.
Did anyone else just see that? And I'm going to get a dart ready in my hand, just in case, but I'm still looking. I just saw something dog-like wander into the cave when our backs were turned.
Like bipedal or on all fours?
I didn't get a very good
on
look,
all
but
fours.
I think it was on all fours.
Perhaps it's Zuaz.
Oh, you mean Zeus?
The
Zeus?
dog. Zuaz.
But this is an evil cave. Was Zuaz bad?
Who is
I
Zuaz?
could not
What are we
find him.
talking about?
He went on a random adventure. He kind of poofed away, and then he was looking for this dog just for a night at a hotel, even though he was gone like a week looking for this dog. And the dog's name was Zuaz, right?
I tracked him for days. Zuaz was his name.
Yes.
I believe it was Zeus.
That makes more sense,
familiar.
though. Yeah.
That was Zeus.
What I'm saying is,
Regardless, I couldn't find him.
this creature just walked
irregardless.
into the cave. This creature just walked into the cave.
Regardless.
So if there are traps, maybe this thing is springing them for us.
It's a good thought.
Or he knows where the traps are.
Or that.
Not a good thought, yeah.
I guess this is a valid point. It might be worthwhile attempting to follow him. He
Okay.
might
Or it
know-
could be a werewolf that mauls us and kills us.
Yeah, could be.
Oh, you know what a werewolf is?
I think so. They're big, they love honey from the trees.
Who will be sneaking ahead?
I believe it might make most sense if I do.
You
I have the easiest way to get away if that would be necessary.
I blend with the trees really well.
All right. Well,
I'm happy to be the spear.
I think that is
I'm
wise.
telling you, I am very,
Point thereof.
very quiet.
However, as I said, let me be transparent. Still,
you can be invisible. That would be very useful.
Was that a joke?
let my intentions be transparent.
Oh, wait, okay, well, I misunderstood.
Do not fully trust you yet, though you have shown yourselves to be friendly to me. So, while I will be at the point, also have my means of escape, should I sense you, well, not fulfilling your bargain, which is to help me take out those in this cave, yes? I'm just, again,
Was there another plan?
I don't know, I'm hearing you talking about rushing in and grabbing your friend and leaving, and so I'm just,
There is. I'm merely throwing out possibility scenarios. Doesn't mean we take it. Just like Oi Melinda. Doesn't mean we do that.
I still like my plan.
I understand, I'm just, again,
Here-
making my intentions transparent.
Here's my intention. The Zhentarim must go down, and we must go in and defeat them wherever we find them.
Mr. JB, if you don't like him, I don't like him.
I am in agreement. We should take down as many of them as we can.
For some reason, I feel like I know them. And I too hate them, even though I don't know why.
They hurt
quite-
Dolly.
It's quite strange.
That's why you hate them.
No, I feel like I have this deep-seated hatred for them.
Oh. Well, that'd be.
Oh,
You should probably talk about that. Maybe we
All
could do
right.
that next long rest.
Well, I think the two of you may be sneaky and fast enough to do it. I'm going to give myself the gift of alacrity, so that perhaps I can set us up well in the fight.
I don't know what that word means.
Mr. Morthos,
Yes.
I'm gonna message you as you start to get further away so we can keep a line of communication in case you need backup.
All right.
I will not be rushing in, but Ray will.
Oi, Melinda!
That is all I will need.
That will be my thunderous call!
Morthos, do you mean to go
Kelsin
in there?
starts stealthing ahead.
I follow him.
I would like to follow as well.
Did we have a short rest?
You completed your short rest. So
Very
if
sneaky.
you were to roll any hit dice,
I rolled 1 hit die.
okay,
Rolled 2.
Okay.
Wait,
Wait, what do you do?
I did a story arrest. Or did I not?
you did not.
You did not claim it.
Well, I wanted to. Everyone just kept talking.
Name it to claim it.
I want a nap.
Blab it and grab it.
I have.
I guess you're right.
I've used 1 slot now. I get to add a D8 to my initiative for 8 hours.
Ooh.
That's
So
what
you,
alacrity.
that was your alacrity,
Yep.
and you basically got that slot right back.
I spent 2 before. I got those back, and this one is spent.
Okay,
So I have 1 spent.
very good. So, how far back is the rest of the crew remaining from Morthos, Rubius, and Kelsin?
How far away are they leaving?
I would like to
Like
be
how far
within
was it?
120 feet.
Okay, so they are out of your vision at that distance.
I don't need to see them for message to work.
Okay, just so you're aware that they're out of your
I
your
would
vision.
like to keep them in my vision, but farther away, so I can oi Melinda at any point.
So you need to be within 60 feet then, because
Okay.
that's the extent of your... No, wait, you don't have dark vision, do you? So you can't see them at all once they leave
Oh.
about the 10-foot radius around you.
Never mind then. I'll
Yeah.
stay. What's easy hearing? What would be like? I wouldn't have to roll a perception to be able to.
Well,
see
they're stealthing,
Right.
so...
Why don't you just stay with me? I'll be in quiet communication with Morthos, and if I give you the go-ahead, you just...
them. I don't want to leave them out of my sight. What
then-
if something happens?
well, that's why I'm in communication, and I can tell you, and we can run in.
But it'll take like 4 turns to even get there.
We did learn that 100 yards is a hell of a lot further than you actually think.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
can move very
Are
quickly
you
if I need
100
to.
yards or 100 feet?
100 feet. I was just
do-
making
okay.
making a
Yeah,
statement.
yeah.
We have a problem with depth
I've never-
perception.
Never asked this before. I don't want to offend anyone, but can you see in the dark, Jude?
Yes, I can.
Ray?
No.
Rubius.
It's dark.
I see better in the dark than in light.
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Not only can I see well in the dark, but I can move very quickly if I need to, so I think it would make more sense if I was in the
Actually,
second
all of them?
party.
So can I. Yeah, I can move up to about 120 feet.
Morthos,
100
you can't
feet.
see anyway, so you're good.
I
So
Believe
it's you
me,
and
I'm
me,
gone
Ray.
Anyway.
It's you and me, Ray.
can't see anything.
All right. When it is time, you stand near me, and I've got a spell I obtained from a scroll back when, where the room will light up for the 6 of us, and no one else will be able to see that light. Which color do you prefer, young lady?
Ooh.
We'll
Well-
go with yellow. Okay,
Okay.
so let's
Who,
get.
wait, one more
That's probably a
thing.
good idea.
Mr. Morthos, do you want to wear the cape before you go?
The cape of the Badonkadonk.
Might have
Oh
already
man,
been gone.
jumping around.
I was saying, am I still there? I mean,
We'll
technically,
say for
I
the
went
sake
after
of
him.
executing
Makes
the
your
plan,
rear look very
Alright.
good.
you had this conversation, but
Faster.
Kelsin is clearly getting impatient with your dilly-dally.
Just give me the damn cape. I
Yep.
take the cape, and as I'm walking away, I'll throw it on.
Oliver, what
Smell
happened to
the
those
incoming
candies?
brimstone.
It
Those
only
beans.
happens after you use it.
What were the effects of those magical beans you bartered away good items for?
Yeah. Let's see here. Let me look back in my notes. We got 4 of them. Breathe underwater. Advantage versus charmed. And we got 2 of your climbing speed equals your walking speed.
Spider.
If you have 2, maybe one person should have the other one, in case.
Yeah, I don't actually need it. Claws come out. I can climb pretty well.
I'm just really strong.
Ray, I think you should keep the one, the advantage versus charmed.
Okay.
Just... No, actually, I'll keep it.
In case I turn evil?
Yeah, I'll keep it.
I don't want to turn evil.
I don't know how we could make you eat it in case you're charmed, so I'll keep it and just know that.
Okay.
And does someone want the climbing ones? He's gone. JB, you look like a natural climber.
Well,
Here's one for you.
I'll take it.
And June, you can have the other one. Do you want to breathe underwater, Rubius?
It would help me to observe fish. Yes, I would love that.
There you go. All right. So I got the charmed one for you.
Okay.
You two have the climbing ones. You can breathe underwater. I can walk on it, so it doesn't matter to me.
I can breathe underwater.
It's time for me to sample some salmon of my own.
That feels dirty. Yeah.
So you begin to move towards the entrance, staying within 60 feet of them.
Yep.
As they move ahead.
Mr. Marthos.
I need Morthos and Rubius. I need each of you to roll a stealth check.
Light work.
27.
Oof.
Great.
19.
Oof.
Okay. And
Do I get a bonus because I'm literally inaudible when I walk?
you roll with advantage.
Okay,
So,
good.
yes,
That's
you
what
do.
that's what the boots give you.
18. So 19.
19 total. So you move ahead. Kelsin makes no sound as he goes.
Mm.
And in fact, you
Same
see
boots.
that he's maybe as good as you used to be, Morthos. And he goes and he edges along the tree line, and it's a light clearing. It's not a heavy clearing in front of the a broad clearing in front of the cave. There is light vegetation, but there are no large trees, so he's sticking to the tree line, which is about 30 feet from the edge of the cave, and you see that he is peering in. I need each of you to roll history checks.
History check. Oh no. It's a 10.
Okay?
9.
Okay.
25.
All right. He peers in through the darkness and looks at the cave up and down, and he looks back to you, Morthos, and motions you close to him, and in a whisper says, "So, yeah, you see the spikes there in the side?
Yes.
Right. I don't know quite what we're going to do about that. So,
Let
you
me
want to
take a
go
look.
ahead and look?
I'll take a look. I'd like to see if I can disarm them.
Okay. So as he kind of points it out to you, you now see there are in fact a number of spikes that are on the walls of the entrance to the cave. So there's the cave mouth, right, which is about 20 feet wide, and on the bottom part of the cave mouth there are wooden, metal, and stone spikes that kind of point towards the center that go all along the cave mouth. And it is brown stone and dirt all kind of compacted together as you approach, and you see that there is a bit of in the center of the cave, the center of the mouth, there's what looks to be a stone pedestal which is kind of fixed right in the middle. So you approach stealthily with the same stealth, and you can go ahead and make a perception check. I assume that's what you're
Yeah.
doing to look.
I'd like to try to figure it out.
Why do you always use those dice?
An 8.
Yeah, I'm not rolling.
So
No.
you see You
gotta
see
take my nap
exactly what I described. There do look like the dog. You find the what look to be fresh dog prints, which just walk kind of through the right side, where the pedestal was, to the right side, and just walk straight through. What do y'all see over there?
I am not quite sure how the trap works, but I've noticed the dog's prints had one to the right. So I'm gonna get down on my hands and knees and crawl like a dog and
Okay.
literally follow the same path.
Okay, so you do so, and you get up to the mouth of the cave. It's an incline up. You start crawling up, and as you go, you pass by the pedestal, and now getting a very close look at it, you can't tell in the darkness and with your vision color per se, but you do see there is some sort of a glow within the pedestal that is facing towards you as you approach. Do you keep going?
So the pedestal's on my left now. The
Yep.
glow is facing towards me.
Yep.
At what height? Is it at my height level or is it above me?
The stone is above you. This pedestal is all the way through, but the glow that you see is above where you're crouching down.
Well, if it's above me, it doesn't look like I'm gonna break. Like I'm thinking of it like a glow, like a beam, like it's something I'm not gonna break if I keep going underneath it. If that's the case, I'll keep going underneath it.
Okay, you get up next to the pedestal, you keep going, you keep down, and as you move past the pedestal, you continue on. And you look to your right and you see in the darkness what can only be blood splatters in the spikes that are protruding out towards you. And as you pass the pedestal, you kind of continue forward. And you reach the top of the lip, and you peer down kind of a long, narrow entrance that disappears into darkness 60 feet beyond your vision.
All right. With message, I can talk to.
If you have
Oliver,
message,
correct?
yes. He has to initiate.
He has to initiate.
Which is what I was going to do. I was going to ask, do we still feel as if we're moving at the same pace to be within 120 feet?
Well, you see that they've stopped. And
Where am
so
I?
you're with them.
With
so-
Oliver?
So you, Ray, Oliver, June, Ray, Oliver, and JB are about 60 feet back from
Right, okay.
where Kelsin, Morthos, and Rubius are. So Kelsin and Rubius have watched Morthos move ahead, and Kelsin watches you, and he gets down into a crouch and follows right behind you, staying low to the ground and continuing to move forward.
Do we see him? Did we see them do that? Or
Roll-
do we see
roll
Kelsin
a-
do that?
Roll a perception check.
Are there lights on in here?
There are no. It is dark where they are.
21.
21. Yes, because you know where they're going and what they're doing, even though they're being very stealthy and quiet. With your dark vision, you're able to watch and trace as you watch Morthos go on the right side and kind of stay low to the ground and on his hands and knees basically crawl in.
So I'm going to shoot a message to him. I'm going to point my finger, actually my tail, at him and go, Mr. Morthos. What's up? Oh, it's Oliver, Captain Oliver, Oliver Flotsam.
yes,
you know me?
Yes.
I saw you get on your hands and knees, and then on your stomach, and then I lost you. What's going on?
Tell everyone when they get to the entrance of the cave, they will see a pedestal. They must go to the right and stay extremely low. There appears to be, call it a beam of light coming up from it. I have a feeling if you would break that beam, you will trip a set of spikes. And from the looks of it, it would not be pretty.
So don't break the beam.
And be very careful with Ray. She's much larger than the rest. She might actually have to crawl on her belly.
Okay.
Stay as low to the ground as possible to get around it.
Got
To
it.
the right. Down to the bottom.
So I talk to everyone. I go, Martha said we're going to have to get on our bellies and crawl. There's a pedestal on our right that has like a beam of some sort that we should not break the beam. We got to stay below it. Ray,
I'll be like a snake.
you got to think small thoughts.
How about think snaky thoughts?
I can hear this going on.
You cannot. You don't hear anything that's going on. You've watched Morthos and you have watched Kelsin move ahead. You've seen exactly how they've gone and what they've done.
I say if you can't fit, I can change the ground beneath it so that you can fit.
That's right. You did that before when we were on the ship.
How tall is the
If it's
light up?
made of dirt, I can.
I didn't
Why don't
ask.
you just...
I should be okay.
You're not near them. So what are you doing, Rubius?
I'm gonna look at Kelsin. He's in front of me, right?
He has moved ahead. He got down on his.
Kelsin!
He is about to approach the pedestal and he stops.
Kelsin! Kelsin! What do we do? Get low. Shorty got low.
Low.
Yes, you should be low to the ground,
Alright.
like our friend was over there.
Let's go.
Apple bottom jeans.
Go as low as you
Rubius
can
has
go.
Alright, Rubius is gonna get down on his hands, like a snake, and crawl across the ground towards the hole.
June's gonna go like,
The noises are unnecessary.
I have to get into character.
You are so freaking strange. And he continues.
He's like, be the snake. Be the snake.
June hears like a
Taste
faint
the
snake
mouse.
noise and is like,
Mama?
And so Kelsin, Rubius, and Morthos are all on the other side at the. You don't see them. They've disappeared into the mouth of the cave, but because it kind of ascends up and then descends down once it's up. The rest of the party reaches the cave, and you all make your way under. Ray, I need you to roll a acrobatics check to see how low
Before
to
you
the ground
do-
you can get.
Before you do, and we're getting in there, I'm going to look at you, Ray, and we're going to go, Ray,
Yes.
small thoughts. Inspiration.
Small like a mouse.
Ray, hold on, Ray. Let me make this happen. And he will grab a rock off the ground and hold it in his hands until he opens his hands and this yellow bright light for the six of us, or whoever is around us right now, can now see in full color.
What's the range?
20 foot bright, 20 foot dim.
The range of the spell, casting the spell.
Oh, I'll designate everyone. It's just the stone I'm holding is the source of the light. So
Okay.
I'll designate everyone in our group,
How about we put you in the middle? So,
except for that guy, the
Kelsin.
stealth guy.
Yep.
Because it's only 6 people.
Yep. Okay, so you all now can see
F
as
that
if
guy.
as if it's daylight.
he
Is
said
the
he'd
ground
leave
made
us.
of ground or rock?
It's dirt and stone. It's and bones. It's a mix of a bunch of different things.
I'm sorry, I can't move this dirt.
Well, how about I'll go ahead. Ray, you follow me. JB, you go in the middle so that light can light up the most for everyone. And then June after. Watch our six. And I'll let you know what
What am I watching six
Hold
of?
on, one second. I want to take a look at the pedestal.
Yep.
Whatever the hell a pedestal is.
So are you in the front now, JB?
Six right now.
Dude,
I'm just looking.
here you go,
And
JB.
I'm gonna
Here you go.
attempt to see where that light, the end of the light is.
Well, go ahead and roll a perception check,
Take it.
because technically you don't know about the light per se. I don't. Did you?
I did.
Okay, then
Don't break the light.
continue.
All right, so my thought is that's some kind of a trigger, and so it has to have an ending point, and that's where I'm gonna look.
Okay.
That's where I'm gonna investigate.
What is it?
Sure. So you investigate, and there's no beam per se. Well, roll an investigation check.
Come on, baby. Oh.
Baby did not come.
13.
There's no beam per se. You do see the glow of this stone. With the spell you've cast, it does look to be a bluish glow. But there's no beam of light, and if tracing where you think it would go, it just disappears into a bunch of jagged spikes. There's no way to really see the end point.
I thought I could outsmart it, but I have no idea what's going on here.
Just
My
stay
whole
low.
life.
Just stay low.
I rolled a
Alright.
23, by the way. Ray is thinking very small thoughts.
All right. Did you use your inspiration?
I did not.
Okay, so you have 10 minutes still with that. As you get on the ground and kind of army crawl through uncomfortably with the hammer on your back, you exhale to get all of the air out of your lungs, and you get through, and then as you get to the side, you look back and you did it.
Good thing I played the quiet game so much.
Right.
I got really good at holding my breath.
Freaking job.
Thank you.
And so you all make your way through to the other side, and you peer down a long, it looks to be natural tunnel, not man-made. This looks to be a stone formation that was made by running water or something that had eroded it. Maybe some creature had cleared it through. It's kind of hard to tell, but it begins now. As it went up, it now declines down, and the farthest you can see is 60 feet ahead.
Are we all together now, or
You are now all together on the other side. You do not see any sign of guards up here.
Can I see dog prints again?
Go ahead and roll a survival for, perception. It would be survival to track them. Perception to find them.
Ray is using her arm branch hands to
20,
kind of blend
unnatural.
into the cave.
Use them to cover our tracks.
It's interesting. You do see a set of dog prints, and then they disappear, and it looks to be just bare feet that continue on.
I'm seeing dog prints, but it looks like they change into something human-like halfway through.
Can't Killion do that?
Yeah, he can. We saw him do it.
Yeah. Not a dog, but
Could be a druid. Could be a werewolf.
Is it like the prints before?
The prints are small, so it would be like gnomish or halfling size.
Mhm. Is it like before, though, where you could tell what side of the floor they were on?
The tunnel narrows from the 20 feet gap at the mouth to about 10 feet wide now as it goes on. So there's no real side. It just kind of... And there are other, here and there, other footprints that kind of overlap each other. It seems that there's not much heed given to where one travels down this tunnel.
I don't really see a very clear path like we did the last time. It looks like other things have walked here. The only thing I can tell is something halfway through started out as an animal and didn't end that way.
All right. Well, it could be Killion. It could be a bad guy. So proceed with caution.
go ahead, Morthos.
Yeah, take us away.
I'll continue on the way.
So Kelsin and
Along with
Morthos
Kelsin.
continue
and
ahead.
Rubius right behind them.
All right. I need everyone to roll a stealth check again.
How far away back are we staying?
Saying like 30 feet, probably.
Alright, then I will give the stone to
Wow.
Rubius.
How
Okay.
many times are you rolling, man?
Okay,
one
Rubius,
was
you have the stone, Rubius.
Rubius, you have the light stone, and mine, I say Rubius. I would please ask you to stay no further than this from in front of us. This gives us, 70 feet of vision as opposed to 40 if you're up there. And so, please stay
You
close.
have entrusted the right man.
Okay. I know, it gives us more vision.
He's trying to see ahead.
See ahead.
Yeah.
24.
27.
Am I stealthing?
Are you going ahead with them as well?
If with a 27, yeah.
You said everybody, so I thought you meant everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, yep. So, well,
9.
9,
7.
7,
17.
17,
27.
27.
My tree
okay.
arms help.
And then,
24.
Your tree arms like
okay.
swaying
So-
in the breeze.
We'll still say 30
going
feet
against
back,
the
but we'll
cave,
be moving in the
yes,
same
I'm
time.
staying. I'm respecting his guidance and keeping the light there.
right, so you continue down. Kelsin, Morthos, and Rubius, you appear at the edge of a cavern that opens up before you. You see in the cavern, first of all, that there are torches lit near the center. About 8 torches or so. And this cavern is a large opening within this tunnel structure. To your left, there seems to be a pool of water that looks to be some sort of natural flow from out of the wall that then is just pooled there and then trickles down into the cracks. It disappears. There's no stream or anything. It just almost seems to be bubbling out of the wall and then continuing down. There are several protrusions that kind of form essentially pillars that support the ceiling, and they are before you here. Any of this black here within the ground is essentially a pillar, so it blocks the view in front. However, in the center you see a large stone bridge that continues forward, and on either side is just darkness. It's just a chasm that you don't see anything below. On the far side you see several other supports, and then a bit of a terraced plateaued kind of stone formation, which is just on essentially the outskirt of Kelsin and Rubius's vision, as this is dim light in here. So Morthos, for you can only see 60 feet. So you see about to the edge of the bridge here. So you don't really see anything on the other side of the bridge. But Rubius and Kelsin, you see the other side of the bridge, and I need you, all 3 of you, to roll a perception check.
18.
Not bad.
Ooh,
13.
a nice 4.
I've got my binoculars out.
You got your binoculars out. As you look, you see that there is a guard that is perched, that is elevated up, has kind of a view over the whole cave here, and is paying attention, but is also, doesn't have his weapon drawn. He's just kind of standing there, and he's actually watching more closely than the entrance what looks to be an ogre with a giant axe that's just kind of there, and another ogre with its back to you with a giant
Okay.
a giant club.
Well, Killion's dead. Let's go home.
They're basically walking, and then they stop and turn and kind of do one of these sorts of things.
Is the bridge making any kind of like...
The
I know it's stone, but are there
the
any
bridge
like,
is
rocks
solid.
crumbling?
The bridge is solid. It looks to be solid rock, naturally formed within this cage.
I wanted to Balrog it so bad.
You do notice that there are sparkles of some sort of quartz or something like that in the walls on the outskirts of this open cavern here. The light kind of dances across it and catches your eye as the stone kind of sparkles with the flicker of light. So, that is what you see as these 2 ogres are kind of just walking, and it seems that they're obviously guarding this bridge, and they don't have any markings on them that look to be Zhentarim. However, with your roll, the black outfit that the guard up top is wearing, he looks to be wearing the same sort of leathers as the Zhentarim were before.
I turn to them and whisper extremely quietly. I don't mean to alarm you, but there are 2 ogres on this bridge, and there's a man looking out amongst us with a bow. Very nasty looking gentleman. I don't know how to proceed.
Wait, two ogres?
Ogres, I tell you.
You're 30 feet away.
Oh,
I point at him. Did you say 2 ogres? I could read your lips from this far.
are you messaging me?
I'm
He's
not gonna do that.
He's just playing.
Yes. Do I see the ogres though?
You know, because you're elevated up, it goes down and then levels out. You do see that they've stopped at the end of this tunnel that then opens up.
That might actually.
So you could certainly ask him what
Yeah.
he sees.
Rubius, it's me, Captain Oliver Flotsam, Ollie, Captain Ollie.
Hello.
You know me?
I know
me?
you, yes.
Yeah.
The cat.
What? Yeah, Tabashi, but yeah. Why did you guys stop?
Because there's 2 ogres.
Ah,
And a guardsman.
and
It's quite frightening.
he said there's 2 ogres and a guardsman. Shh, small thoughts right now.
Her hand is on her ass.
Bart points back at him. We're gonna come down and don't move yet. Let's talk. Not yet.
So you guys make your way down.
What does the water look like?
He's
As you're going down, Ray, you kind of step on a stone, and there's a little bit of a crumble of the rocks on the wall, and this one kind of stops and just kind of turns and looks back. He looks back at the water, looks around. As you see him turn, you all kind of duck against the wall and kind of make yourself small. And must be something. And he just kind of turns and
Rubius looks
keeps
at the group.
going.
Is there anybody who could perhaps suggest the guardsman to call off the ogres?
I have something that could work as well.
You can do stage whispers.
I
I'm
have
presuming you're whispering.
I have something that could work as well. I have like about a 20-foot radius sphere. It lasts for about a minute where I can calm emotions and we could pass. It wouldn't even matter. I could make them not care about us if I could get them all in the same sphere. But we'd have to hurry across and out of this sight line.
What happens when the spell fades? Will they remember us? And think, oh wait, we didn't care about it 20 seconds ago, but now we're really mad that there are people in our cave.
Think it lasts a minute.
It lasts a minute. Alternatively, I can make the target indifferent about the creatures of our choice that it is hostile towards us. This indifference ends if the target is attacked or harmed, which I would explain, by a spell, or if it witnesses any of its friends being harmed. When the spell ends, the creature becomes hostile again.
Creature, singular.
But it's any of those affected in the sphere.
Which is how big of a sphere?
20-foot radius.
Okay.
So that should be 40, right?
Unless
20-foot radius. So
Yeah.
it's from a point, it would extend out 20 feet.
It's the whole bridge.
So
About
it's
it.
basically, you could get these two, yes.
What happens if we like throw a rock on the bridge and then they both come to investigate it?
Well, they keep meeting. If you keep watching, they keep meeting in the middle and coming back.
I can't see very well.
Why don't
Sorry.
June, who knows how to use that suggest magic?
I do.
Suggest
But I'm-
to that ogre that the other ogre called him ugly.
That could
He'll
work,
clobber the other ogre, then we pass through.
that could work as well.
Is
Get them to fight.
being called ugly a compliment to an ogre?
No.
I'm not very
Tell them
familiar.
he looks beautiful.
Tell him. Oh, I got him. Tell him that his mother was a hamster and his father smelled like elderberries.
How dare you?
That's a bad insult.
That's too far.
I mean, we want them to hit each other, not kill each other.
You don't want to
The
run.
only problem with that idea is that takes care of, if it goes well, the 2 ogres, but then we have...
Oh, no.
You're right. The man seems like he's very difficult compared to the ogres. Yeah.
Suggest to
I'm
this
just saying,
ogre.
if he could raise the alarm, he could bring a lot more people down on top of us.
Suggest to
Then
that
maybe.
ogre that man and that ogre together collectively think that he's ugly. It will be like clockwork.
I think we have to do something.
Is
We
there
have
anything
to-
special about the water? That's what I'm looking at.
You're trying
The water,
Where's it coming from?
the water seems to be bubbling out of the wall, pooling,
Oh.
and then it kind of overflows from the pool and disappears into a crevice in the floor.
Okay.
You'd have to get up closer to it to inspect it directly, because it is kind of around a wall. You're just kind of catching the outside of it.
Gotcha.
Basically, you can see like this part here.
Oh, that blackness is a
This
wall.
is all wall right
Mhm.
here.
Well, we have to hurt them because that was the deal with the little hobbit that's part of the Thieves Guild.
You mean Kelsin, who's
Yes.
right? He's right here, Kelsin. If
As
we-
you turn, Kelsin is not where you thought he was. He
Oh,
is now
good.
up here.
Conversely, we could just collapse the bridge when they're both on it.
That looks like a hard bridge to
And we
collapse.
can't cross.
Run and jump.
So and
That's
risk
too risky.
death.
I can
Uh,
suggest.
I say I have an idea.
June is very relieved. What's your idea?
Okay, here's my thought.
This is good so far. I like it.
What a rousing tale.
Tell me more.
Well, unfortunately, it's not gonna work.
Okay.
It's a pretty awesome idea, though.
All right. Well, if nobody else has any better ideas,
Do my idea.
anyone
Do it.
else
We have the calm emotions, or we have suggestion. I can do that too.
would one
Combination.
give
Listen,
advantage
listen,
to the other?
What's the distance on suggestion?
30 feet,
30 feet.
Okay, so right now,
which doesn't
the
work.
only one that you can, at the very edge of his turn, you could suggest this one.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, these two are beyond where you are.
I could creep up closer though behind that second larger pillar, right?
Pillar.
Yep, you could.
Would that bring me in range?
I mean, he's in range. You'd have to go. Yeah, you could kind of when he's
Doesn't
not
work that
looking,
way.
you can kind of
It's a save.
say you move up
Oh,
there,
still-
and
Mhm.
you're all kind of against the wall here, just kind
Mhm.
of whispering to each other.
Okay. Hold on. Before that, Ollie, how about you message the guard sounding like an ogre so he thinks that the ogre is talking, saying that he needs to come to the bridge for some reason. And then while he's on the bridge, then you hit all of them with the calm emotions.
That could actually work.
But you have to sound like an ogre. Let me hear your ogre voice.
Hey, boss. Things look bad over here. Come on over.
You sound like an old man with
But
acid
that-
reflux.
Maybe
You do
like
not sound like an ogre.
How did you know? That's what I was going for.
maybe I don't know, because he could see the bridge, so it has to sound like there's something, I don't know. Can't just be bad because he could see it and then he'll be like, oh, I see you, you look fine.
How
know.
many people could you affect with this suggested magic?
Whoever's in a 20-foot radius, he said.
All of them?
The calm emotion, yeah.
As
Then-
long as they're in that bridge.
Use the message to get the guard to come down.
That's what
And then,
she-
I know, but then
I literally
suggest
throw a rock at
all
him.
of them to jump into the abyss.
Suggestion
Not
only works on
suggesting.
one,
it
right?
can't work that way.
No.
Tell them that there's a trampoline at the bottom.
They will not do
Anything that'll
anything
harm
that
them.
will harm themselves.
If there's a trampoline, then they will think that they'll be fine.
It's also not a suggestion, though.
Suggestion only affects like one
Correct.
creature. So
Singular. Calm emotion could
So-
hit all
There
of
is
them,
mass suggestion
which
later on.
we don't have yet.
June wants that so bad.
What if we get the guardsmen to the bridge?
JB is going to be, while they're discussing this, he's going to be watching the ogre on our side.
Mhm.
Okay? The next time he faces us, he's going to cast Silent Image to create... Oh, when he comes off the bridge also. A little further, as far as he goes.
That's about it, right there.
Oh, he doesn't
So
walk
that's
all
kind
the
of
way
at
down
the
to
end of
floor?
their... That's basically the end of... He comes... The end of their... The end of the bridge, stops, looks, turns, and goes back.
And he's going to... create... With his silent image...
Wait,
What? Is he
JP.
basically as wide as the bridge?
He takes up the full 10 feet. Yep.
JP.
All right, he's gonna take
See him doing it.
a 2D image of. He's gonna get rid of the vision of that he has of the bridge. The actual bridge. Just make it a black hole 2D image, and then a 2D image of a bridge right next to the bridge. Technically, I can have a 21-foot long.
This is literally
2D
what I was
image.
going to say.
So you're
we should
putting
do.
a bridge here,
This is perfect.
and this is blackness here.
I love the way you
Yeah,
think.
as close to the yes. Yep.
That's exactly what I was going to say we should do.
And-
just work.
The other side, I'm not going to affect what they can.
What's the? It's a 20.
15 by 15 cube?
So you can do a 15 by 15 cube.
So a
So you can-
21-foot 2D image. Pythagoras says.
15.
Corner to
I'm so
corner
happy
to
right
corner
now.
is 21 feet.
21
so
feet.
I should be able to cover.
So
both
you're
sets
putting this.
Yep.
This is literally
Like a
what I was
diamond
going
on
to
the
say we
middle
should do.
there. Yep.
So it's kind of okay.
I'm gonna
That's
try
a
to.
G.
Does
get him
he?
to
Does he
walk off
fall?
the-
That's all we need to know.
Tom and Jerry, this crap.
Well.
Roadrunner.
2-foot.
Paint the
Oh,
bridge.
you know what? While I'm concentrating on that, I will also minor illusion a Pythagoras. What is it? 8.5-foot tall block of nothing on whatever part of the bridge I can't hide.
This is literally what I was going
Alright.
to say we should do.
So
It's perfect.
this happens. You cast your spell. What's the range on that?
60 feet.
Okay. You peek your head out and do your incantation and cast the spell. Just as he turns
Fall.
and the other one turns, takes a step, kind of stops.
Fall.
This one takes a step, stops.
Son of a gun. Saw that one.
And this one kind of goes and like kicks a little bit, and this one takes a step, scratches his head, kind of puts his,
If you're gonna do something, do it now.
he kind of takes a step and then takes a step.
Yes! Woo! Bye!
Nice.
Falls
Son of
through
a
it.
Is he
gun!
flying ogre?
He falls through it and disappears into the abyss.
Yes! Woo!
The other one looks.
This could draw him
This guy
off.
figured it out.
The other one looks as. and there's this pause, and then there's a
Oh no!
as you hear a loud splash, as if a stone has been dropped into water.
Was there a
He's
Star
okay.
Wars yell?
In the water.
Ah!
And this guy stands up, and he looks around, and he jumps off and runs away.
Would
knew
I
it.
have? Would I have been able to? When
This
he got,
one
That's what I said was
turns.
gonna happen.
Hey, boss, Nick is gone. What do I do? Where are you going? Should I come with you?
And he starts stepping kind of tentatively and following. What are you guys doing?
I am going to run out to where I'm 30 feet away from him.
Oh, I'm gonna end this image as soon as somebody runs out.
And I'm going to suggest...
That's...
Gandalf, we pass by Gandalf in the Balrog on the way down.
Okay, so you run out. You get to the bridge. Roll. Are you trying to be stealthy?
Nope.
So he turns and he sees you.
What'd you do with Nick?
And starts rushing at you with his axe.
I suggest to him.
Okay, what's your spell save DC?
It is Wisdom 15.
It's natural 1.
Yes.
Hey. Come here in peace. I suggest that you keep moving through and you go check the front of the cave entrance through those spikes.
I saw him go
He
that
stops.
Will I find Nick there?
You keep searching until you find him there.
Alright.
And he starts going. You are concentrating on this spell?
Yes.
Yep. So
Nice. Look at that ring.
somebody get
Beautiful.
this on there. Okay. So you have concentration as he keeps going and he sees all of you.
Anyone know where Nick is?
He's by the front. Keep going. I saw him in the front.
Alright.
And keep searching till you find him.
And he
Follow the light.
moves beyond you all.
Oh.
Don't get hit for like 10 rounds.
As you all walk up, and Kelsin kind of steps out and says, well, that was impressive.
That was so cool, JB.
That was far better than I thought
That was
we
good
were going to
thinking.
get out of there. Unfortunately, you did see the one that got away. I reckon we're going to be in a fight now.
But all he saw was one of the ogres fall off the bridge. It's not far to believe that they would do that. Being dumb.
Well, one can hope for sure, but I think they probably know something strange is afoot.
Well, let's be careful.
Let's go. Stealthily.
How long is that spell?
8
8 hours, right? Any other planning or conversations you wish to have?
Should we look at this side of the chasm before we walk over? Do we think there's anything worthwhile to check?
I'm after Killion.
Do you want me to go in the water?
No.
I can breathe under there, you know. With my
Morthos just
jelly
walks
bean.
across the bridge.
Can I say when we get to the other end of the bridge, I will apply poison to a dart? Or do I have to do that like right now?
It only lasts a minute, technically,
Yeah.
when
Don't
you
do
apply it. So
Okay, never mind.
you don't know how far away you are from where you're entering in. Any other preparations you wish to make before you continue on?
What's our marching order?
What is your marching order?
Well, Morthos is going now.
Yep, Morthos is walking across the bridge.
I'm gonna be behind Morthos.
So Morthos is in the front, followed by Rubius,
I'll be third.
followed by
I'll go after Ray.
Ray, followed by June.
My shield is covering June.
Me and Kelsin
Aw.
and JB.
I say, Rubius, where do you plan on being if we get in a battle?
Get behind me, Rubius.
in a position to kill things.
Are
You're
you
more
going?
squishy.
Are you going to be shooting your crossbow or using a sword?
Both, preferably.
All right.
You should be behind me, Rubius. That
All
will
right, I'll get
protect you.
behind Ray. Good lord.
I'm gonna go second.
You're going to go in second?
Yep. And my shield will now be covering Rubius.
No, so it's not covering me anymore.
He's stepped in front of you.
All right.
He's, like literally. Just...
June just rolls her eyes and keeps
'Kay.
walking.
And
So-
when Ollie gets over the edge of the bridge, because he's close to last, he kind of shakes his leg over the side, and a turd falls out because he was scared shitless when that ogre started to charge him.
Okay.
Very strange.
And so as you you with your feline grace kind of balance over the edge and take off your pants
Yep.
and shake out.
Yep. Now look.
The feces, which is now matted to your fur, and kind of tumbles out. And after several seconds, you hear just a slight blip, blip, blip.
June turns around and she goes, Ollie, I think you need to wash your clothes from the sewer still.
Yep, that's it. Could anyone prestidigitate me?
I have read that cats tend to lick themselves clean.
Not this one.
Oh, I was just wondering.
June baseballs again.
All right, and so you
Pants
continue
up.
forward as most of you are
Absolutely
across the
disgusting.
bridge. You hear a massive boom that echoes down the cavern as something at the front entrance has exploded in a thunderous, cacophonous.
Nice.
Hey, guess what? We know what that beam did now.
As
So does the ogre.
you would know that a thunder wave has been set off, and
We should get hiding, guys.
We should probably hide. Yeah.
and so you know that there is now, as this echo kind of reverberates through the cave, you have your pathway forward.
Rush and hide. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I'd say run and try to find some cover
Can
on
you-
the other side.
Can you make illusions of us to look like the Zhentarim guards?
Well, I'm not quite sure what this faction looks like. They don't really have uniforms.
It's black cloaks.
How long are you going to wait up here?
Not
Not at all.
hiding.
We're not,
Not
waiting.
at all.
We're moving,
You're
aren't we?
continuing forward.
We're
And
looking
I'm
for
trying
hiding
to hide.
spots.
We're looking for hiding spots.
Right, so this is what you see. There is a tunnel that proceeds further on where the guard went down. So are you hiding and waiting up here is what I'm asking.
For 1 minute, let's say.
I would say so. Get behind pillars and hide on this side of the platform.
Nothing happens.
Continue on.
I think we must move on.
Yep.
Sneakily,
Yep.
like a mouse.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead, young halfling.
He's in the back.
So
I'm following you now.
Morthos will walk ahead and check as he's walking.
Okay. You come to the foot of the tunnel, a new tunnel that kind of proceeds downwards, and spirals around and downward. You lose it about 20 feet ahead of you. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Do I get the feeling the guy's dead?
13.
You are the spell that you're concentrating on has been dissipated. You don't know if it's because he's dead or if it's because he's completed the action you told him to do.
Gotcha.
13.
13. Looks pretty clear to you.
Well, then I'm going to take my echo out and put it 15 feet ahead of me.
Okay.
And as I walk, just keep putting it ahead of me, 5 feet, and keep it right in front of me.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
your echo in this outline of the radiant monk form follows, and it just kind of doesn't walk or step. It
Right,
just kind of
floats.
floats along the ground. And as you continue forward, you step on a plate, and
Oh, jeez.
there is a flash of movement as you look just in time to see a blade kind of flick out from the side. Go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw.
17.
You take 20 points of piercing damage, halved down to 10 because you make the save. And as your foot comes off of the plate, it retracts back into the wall.
Don't step on this. It hurts.
Were
I'm
we
gonna
not?
do like whisper down the alley where I'm gonna turn and go, "Don't step on this."
Okay. Gets to the end.
All right. So you all know to
Take a
avoid.
piss. I don't know.
You all know to avoid
I
the
don't know why he
pressure
said
plate,
my nose is growing warts.
and you continue down the tunneled path.
Yeah.
Are we checking for traps
Well,
this
keep
time?
checking. I was checking before. I just didn't check very well. I mean, we
Check
sent the blind
harder.
guy
Now
first.
that you know what you're looking
We keep sending the blind guy first.
He keeps
We just
running
want to
off
be our
ahead.
damage spot.
Now that you know what you're looking for, go ahead and roll perception again.
You're doing great, Martha.
with advantage.
He's like pinballing down the hallway.
Hey, do you want my button?
16.
Take this
16.
band-aid.
You do find 3 more as you're going along, and you are able to know now how they're not.
Step on them.
They're not. They basically are bands plates that cover the majority of the floor. But if you know where they are, it's easy enough to avoid them. And you do see that there is a bit of a residual glow, almost like from those flickering stones again, that seem to be catching the light and almost kind of refracting it down the tunnel. So it essentially has the effect of dim light down the tunnel from the torches that are still flickering. And it's actually impressive how well these stones kind of conduct the light.
His echo would be releasing bright light, though.
His
isn't it?
echo as well is letting off light as well. And so they're dancing with the radiant light from that. So as you continue spiraling down the tunnel, you see about 30 feet ahead what looks to be the opening into another room, if you wish to extinguish your echo or not. But that is what you're now.
You mean my gray image?
Yes. To your eyes.
Yeah. Okay. Nope. Leaving them out.
Okay, so the echo is out at the front of.
Should say leaving her out, I guess.
That's right.
Damn Skippy.
You are no longer concentrating.
Correct. Who was he looking for? What was that guy's name? Chet? Chad?
Nick.
Oh.
Thought he said Neil.
Neil. Neil
Okay.
and Chet.
Where's Neil? Oh, map flips. Oh boy.
Oh boy.
All right, as you kind of enter in through the edge of the tunnel, you're kind of coming in through here. There is some water on the ground next to you, and there's a very large open cavern. What you see as the edge of the map here is not actually open. The walls kind of come down between these points here. So imagine this is all kind of enclosed between this here. Okay? This is all stone on the outside.
Okay.
Okay? So imagine there just being stone all through here.
I'm a little disappointed that we have to imagine. And you
So there's
didn't
no
have
way-
it perfectly set up, sir.
I did not have time to put the stones out.
To build walls.
The point is
Yeah.
there's no exit to this room that we see.
Well, you're in the back, so I'm just describing what Morthos sees right now. Morthos, you do not see an exit to
It's
the
all
room.
gray. It's all gray rock.
You do see at the edge of this large open space, and I don't know if this is this the zoom in view of the map here,
Nope, I can
Adam?
do that if you want.
Yeah, go ahead and hit that for me. So I know where to place this. All right, and so you look through, and you see at the far side of the yeah, I think I can get a little farther. The far side of the map, a cage that you kind of can barely see, and next to the cage you see the figure that was in the other room that saw you, speaking to someone who you don't recognize. You see two dogs that are kind of positioned looking directly at your echo. You see a figure, a third figure talking to them, which is covered in white fur and standing upright like a man. I'm going to have you roll a perception check for this in a second, but this is kind of the general, what you're seeing. There's another guy kind of in the corner. All of them kind of having a little powwow.
Wish I was level 5.
And
Fireball.
And Killion dies.
across the way, you see a guy just with weapons out staring directly at you.
Straight
Oh no.
This isn't gonna work. Wow.
And a giant two-headed creature with two massive clubs with nails sticking out of them that's not really paying attention to the rest of what's going on. You see it there, and it's talking to itself. And now that you are close enough to it, you hear it say, "So, where do you think Mikey and Matthew get off then? I never understood their desire for adventure. They just go where they want. Funny pair that lot is." And then the other head, looking at it, kind of speaks and says,
Off somewhere in the woods, looking for that creature that's been flying about. Off the rocker, if you ask me.
"Off the rocker, I'll say. Always thinking they're bigger and smarter and faster than the rest of the herd. Why, they just do what they want to do, never what they're told to do, the hotheads they are." And they're just kind of continuing this conversation amongst themselves. Now, I need you to roll a perception check.
14.
14. In the cage, arms, a bard, mouth with a wrap around it so he's unable to speak, chained at the feet and sitting there, just with his eyes closed, leaning against the cage, you see your friend Killion.
This is not gonna be easy.
Guys, Killion is in a cage.
Boss, they're here.
Oh.
This guy calls out,
Crap.
It is not going to be easy. They obviously know we are here.
You
What'd
don't
do
say.
that
All
impression?
right. Yeah.
Leap of logic.
Got that glowy thing out again.
Are you aware that thing glows bright yellow?
Are we coming through
Gray.
the hole at this time?
It's not.
It's gray.
Hmm?
Can't even see
are we
it. It's
coming through the-
translucent.
He's
Cave at this
he's
time?
stopped at the. He's stopped. You're all lined up behind.
Okay.
But they're not attacking you right now. But this guy's looking at you. They all now kind of turn
Shoot.
and
Let's come back tomorrow.
Did we? Yeah. Did we all heard them yell, right?
oh yeah, the guy in the center kind of steps
Killion
up
in there.
along with the creature in the white fur next to him, and the Etten stops talking and just kind of flexes its muscles and just looks straight at you guys.
Ray flexes back.
You don't see any of this yet.
You just wanted to flex.
Are you moving forward, Morthos?
Sure. Why not? Morthos will walk right out into the, where he's at. 15 feet, 20 feet more, just so they can see him, but not going to attack.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. So you step out with your echo in front of you. Ray now moves behind.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Ray, you're staring down the two heads of the Etten, and you don't know which one to stare at. You kind of go back and forth between the two of them. Rubius, you step up, and you're still kind of hidden from most of them.
I am?
Yeah, you're kind of along the wall here, unless you want to step out to have a clear view of everyone. Oliver steps up, and Kelsin kind of sneaks ahead and ducks into this little side cove out of trying to stay in cover as much as possible. And so you guys are out, and the man in the center who has kind of strawberry blonde hair, and it kind of comes down over his ears, kind of rests, shaggy kind of look, has studded leather armor, a black cloak that is standard for Zhentarim, though seems to keep it in good repair. He's not dingy looking like many of the others. He seems to have a bit of a pride to himself. He's got a fancy glove on his left hand and a blade which he has out, which he's kind of holding, that curves back, and another blade that he has brandished, and he's pointing it directly at you, Morthos. But he's got a bit of a smile on his face, and he says, "So, we have finally come face to face."
Yes, I'd say we do. And I'd say you have something of ours that we want returned.
Yes, I believe you mean your shape-shifting friend back there, yes. He has been quite a pain to us. We have had to secure him to make sure he doesn't flitter away with his little animal forms. It's a bit annoying, if you ask me.
Well, we can just take him off your hands then. Why deal with this annoyance?
Trust me, my friend. May I call you my friend? It is...
Well, that depends on the outcome of this conversation.
Yes, well, I am simply doing my job, following my orders. You look to be someone who is, familiar with how these things go, no?
He starts speaking in thieves' cant to him.
He speaks right back. As I summarized when I heard of your easy escape from our sewer base, Tenley was a bit of a fool to think he could keep his eyes off you and let you go. Anyway, he apparently has paid the price, and he looks back, and now you look at one of the thugs that's here, and he has a bandage over its nose. It's the same guy whose nose you broke earlier on, who fled the base.
I just look at him and go, "Hurt, don't it?"
He looks at you and just flips you off. Bufangu. And, well, allow me to introduce myself. I am Maltoro. Maltoro. Where'd my name go? Maltoro Berenziaro. I am, as you know, no doubt, a member of the Zhentarim. But I am no hoodlum. I am no killer. I am simply a man of the shadows. Not unlike the Kelsin Mare, who you are, I believe, gallivanting with. You are working with, yes?
Well, he has helped us to get here, if that is what you're asking.
Right. Well, we are happy to turn over your friend. We have some conditions. And this does not need to end in any sort of bloodshed, yes?
Let's see what your conditions are.
Before he gives his conditions, we're going to do our first giveaway of the night.
Ooh.
And so those dice that are up there rotating, you can have your opportunity to win those yellow dice if you type into the chat right now, !trade, TRADE, !trade, and you'll be entered in and have your opportunity to win those dice. So that exclamation point trade, you can put that in there right now, and we will see how it goes.
Before we... Does hearing his voice do anything to get my memory going at all?
Roll a... Just roll a d20. And then tell me what you get.
14.
14. There... You don't have any memories, but there is this strange feeling that comes over you. Almost one of camaraderie.
Oh.
Like this is a voice that you'd go on the hunt with.
Aww.
Rubius wishes to do something.
So you step up.
I step up and I try something. I do like this.
Take your mustache off.
I do.
Such an effective mustache.
The Maltoro stops at this. He looks at you. His eyes kind of wince. Nazari, what are you doing here?
What?
Why have you come?
Sorry, type that up. I am.
Can I make a perception check that I see if I get that he's talking to him?
Sure.
$15.
He is looking at Rubius.
Morthos will chime in. You know who he is. And you know what he is capable of as well.
Nazari, we were told you were killed. We have nothing against you. Why don't you leave?
I just want my friend back.
Well, then perhaps we should talk the trade, yes? It's quite simple, really. The lady has several demands. They must be met. I am simply the middleman, though. And he leans to his side and whispers something to what looks to be kind of like a rat man. Go ahead.
Not Mortimer.
Go ahead and two of you, Rubius and Morthos, can roll perception.
17.
I see nothing.
Zemni, get to Respin. Let him know that they have tracked us here. I will do my best to end them, but we must fulfill the bargain with the lady at all costs.
Did I hear that?
You heard that.
I wouldn't recommend that.
So you recommend what?
The rat person kind of nods his head and rushes and disappears behind the wall. So the terms, yes. You have a halfling with you, no?
How about these terms? You give him or I will kill you all.
June's gonna sneak up next to Kelsin.
Brash talk from, well, a very large young lady. But you see, I have a giant too, with two heads, with two big sticks that will crush you.
Let's not be too hasty, yeah. Let's hear the man out.
Simple. You give me the halfling, dead or alive, I don't care. And I will give you your halfling. Done. Simple.
All right, yeah, that sounds pretty good to me. Right?
No.
Anyone? No? Yeah?
June's got a dart.
But I mean, like, it's simple. We have this guy who clearly doesn't trust us. He said it. How many times you say that, Kelsin?
Kelsin looks at you, snaps his fingers, and disappears.
Oh, son of a gun.
Wait, do I recognize the name he said or any of these people?
Roll a history check.
History. 16. Like if I've ever worked with him.
Recognize the name No, well, you didn't hear that. You didn't hear any of what he heard. Where's my invisible? I feel like I have an invisible one. Do I have an invisible one?
This would all be different if
I
it
don't think I have an invisible one.
was 10 feet more forward.
So, this is where you saw him last.
We're not in the market of trading lives.
Oh, I guess.
I mean,
Well,
seems
it
pretty.
doesn't matter. He is not here anymore.
JB, can you make an illusion of him?
Well, then I suppose we have no other alternative than to kill you. I'm sorry.
That's it? That's all? Like, you just wanted that guy?
Well, what else do you have to offer for him?
I don't know. What do you want?
That's not how this goes. I asked you a question. You don't retort, you simply answer. You don't ask me another question.
Wait, he didn't disappear yet?
Who? Kelsin's disappeared. You don't know where he is.
Kelsin. Oh, fine.
I mean,
He's still talking to
we
you.
could give you something else.
Just asked you, what can you give me?
We are not dealing with these criminals.
How about I give you the gift of seeing another sunrise?
I feel like we're getting really aggressive here.
Nizari, you really don't remember anything?
Aw.
No.
There is something strange about that.
But you seem very familiar to me.
Nizari, we did jobs together.
Like what? Like tracking down different...
Something has happened to you, apparently. Okay.
Oh, wait. I know. The lady wants something delivered to her in the woods. Like a special item. Please tell me that wasn't Kelsin.
The lady has many plans, not all of which I am privy to.
The other way is more.
I do know that the lady would like the night knives removed and the Zhentarim to control. And so this is what you're seeking to accomplish, and you, to our detriment, have prevented us from moving forth.
I'd say that was your own stupidity. You're the one that took us. We had no dealings with you at all.
Well, I did what I was meant to do. I cannot vouch for my friends, but this is also why I am here and they are dead, apparently.
Listen, I don't know who you are, but did you consider me a friend? When we knew each other.
Do you consider them your friends?
I would die for them.
Then you would have died for me. But you will die before I do. Trust me. For I know every one of your capabilities and what you can do
Alright.
with your fancy little arrows.
I'm gonna move up 10 feet and...
Don't make me say the word, because it will begin if you do. I'm still listening for your offers.
Well, you want the night knives gone, right?
You moved up 5 feet before he said that.
I didn't care what he said.
Did you keep going?
Another 5 feet, yeah.
Okay.
And I was gonna say, I'm ready to cast a spell immediately.
Okay. As soon as you start doing, is there a verbal component to your spell?
I'm not casting it. I'm ready.
Okay. You're preparing
And
to
yes,
cast
there
a spell.
is.
Okay.
I wipe my hand along the rock as I collect a bit of spider web. As I move forward.
Okay.
Now, what, you want the night knives gone. Surely there has to be another way other than Kelsin. You've been taking them out one by one in the sewers.
Are they moving as you're talking? He's talking?
Yep. If you're moving, they're moving.
Oh, stop. I'm casting right away as that first person moves
As
across
soon as
that
you
water.
start your verbal component, he snaps his fingers and arrows are loosed at Morthos. Everyone roll initiative.
Yeah. Good. I hope you survive this.
Jeez.
So I got full cover there, right? I got
Behind
an
you.
echo in front of me
Wow.
that apparently glows bright. They can't see me through it.
Alright. That's good news.
An echo does not provide any cover.
Oh, it does if it gets hit with an arrow.
They're not aiming at you. At the echo. They're aiming at you.
Hope they're aiming.
But they would have no choice but to shoot through the echo first.
Not from their angle.
Alright.
Besides, you stand much taller than your echo.
All right. Just kill Morthos. It's fine.
Are you trying to hide behind your echo? Is that your plan?
No, we're not killing
No,
more.
we can just kill Morthos.
Is that what you were trying to do while you're talking?
Yep, we'll kill Morthos.
Okay.
Let's kill Morthos.
So,
Oh, jeez.
go ahead and give me.
At least we're finding them when they're out of position.
Go ahead and give me your initiative.
14.
14 for Oliver. Rubius.
22.
22.
14.
14 for Ray. I believe your dex is what?
+2.
Oliver.
Same.
Okay.
My base is 14.
Who wants to go first?
You can go first.
Me.
Okay, so we're going to put Ray ahead of Oliver.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Let me get some battle music going on.
It is not.
JB,
24.
24. Did you use your gift of alacrity with that?
I can use it for 8 hours. Yeah.
So you did, yep. Okay.
I rolled a
Morthos,
20.
21.
21. Rubius was 22. And June,
18.
18. Very good.
Which one am I again?
You are...
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. As the arrows are loosed and the web is cast, go ahead and tell me where you are putting the web.
In between the blockades there, so right below the water, next to the guy. Nope, no. Blocking that entire pathway.
Here?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go closer to the cage. Yep, pretty much right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think you can get these two in it.
Yep.
Okay.
Not the
So
big scary guy.
they need to make what deck saves?
At the start of their turn.
Yep. So there is as JB
It's also lightly obscured.
utters his incantation, you see as there is a flicker and a flash, and there are streaks of webbing which which kind of emerge out of the air and stick to the walls, and there's like a poof of what can only look to be kind of cat fur, which kind of emanates down, as this is the spell that was taught to you by Katya. And as the webbing kind of sticks to the walls, there's on the ground all around it just white kind of cat fur, which is mixed in with all of the webbing. And these two, as the arrows are loosed, there are 3 shots taken against you, Morthos.
Oh, it's his turn first? Their turn first?
Well, just as you had, it was kind of dual surprise rounds, I'm saying, since you had that prepared and they had that prepared. So the first attack against you, Morthos, is a 9.
No.
The second is a 17.
No.
Oh, nice.
And the third is a 25.
That one will hit.
So you take
Wait, which one hit? Because
the
last
the one
he
here.
has disadvantage. It's lightly obscured.
Well,
Unless
it
he's a
was
sharpshooter.
it all went off at the same time. So as you started your verbal component of your spell, they loosed their arrows and everything hit at once. So moving forward, they will now be obscured. So you take 7 points of piercing damage as the arrow goes into your shoulder, and as JB, you are up.
Oh, jeez.
You started
I've
it.
been playing in this for 10 minutes. All right. So as that all takes place, JB is going to look. The scariest thing there is the double-headed monster, right? Has he done anything yet? Does he look like he's heading right for us?
Oh yeah, his body is tensed and ready to move.
All right. Then I will.
Should have been that character.
All right.
Sorry.
The first guy in the web. I will.
This one here.
Yeah. Cast the cantrip. Mind sliver.
Okay, so at the beginning of his turn, we determine if he's restrained or not, right?
That's right.
Okay, but a mind sliver has nothing to do with dex, so you don't. I rolled a 4, I failed.
Okay, he fails, so he takes damage. 4 psychic damage, and his next save is a -d4.
Okay.
And I will move behind the rock where the little halfling or where I thought he was.
So how much damage did he take?
Oh, 4.
4 psychic damage, and then he takes a d4 on his next attack?
No, -d4 on his next save.
Save, okay. Very good. Which will be to try to get out of there.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Rubius.
I'm going to hide behind the... I won't hide, but I'm going to move behind there. Yeah.
Okay. You move through freely without any...
Right.
There's no...
I didn't bump anything?
Didn't bump anything.
Rubius glances at the Etten,
Mm-hmm.
and then back at the main guy and says, "All my tricks." Shoots at the Etten, aiming to banish it.
Okay.
All right.
Like you know.
Make
Roll
your
my
attack.
accuracy first, right?
Yep, first make your attack.
That is going to be a 25.
25 hits.
Ooh.
What do I roll? Well, roll your
You have to
damage.
do a charisma saving throw.
Go ahead and roll your damage, so we'll give him his damage.
Okay.
Now remember, this banishing arrow, should I fail, lasts for 1 round.
1 round, yes.
And then he comes back at the end of his next turn. So,
that's
just
8
End of his
damage.
next turn?
at end of his next turn.
8 damage.
8 damage, okay? So the arrow goes right into his chest. He kind of looks down at it angrily, and right as he's about to roar, that is a 13.
No, you're
You
15.
fail.
He disappears. that never gets old. That never gets old. And so at the end of his next turn, he will come back. He,
Using my crossbow expert, can I take another shot?
yes, you may.
I want to shoot at the main guy.
Main guy, roll your attack.
14.
14. You take your bow and shoot him. He just...
I'll get you next time.
You'll die later.
No, you won't. And I'm going to have to kill you now. Nizari, why are you... Man,
I am Rubius Thornbury!
I know. Okay. Well, told us he was dead. We're gonna make you dead. Okay. And it is now Morthos' turn.
Morthos will send his echo to, I guess it's, as you said, it was a little dog.
Mm-hmm.
Just straight ahead towards the little dog.
Okay.
Towards where the ogre was. No, yeah, the one
Here.
north. Yep.
Okay. You can move how many feet?
35 feet.
Okay,
I will
so you get-
actually move further north if I can. I think I can go one.
Okay, so you get right behind the dog that's there.
Actually, move me one to the left. I want to stay close to where the ogre's going to reappear. Yep. right
Okay,
there.
very good.
And Morthos will actually run to the other dog. That's the other way.
Now you gotta get those dogs. They're terrible.
And I'm going to take an attack at both of them.
Okay. So you're doing your whatchamacallit
I'm going to
thing
use
with
my
what's that called? Echo's Fury or
Echo's
something?
Fury.
Yep. Okay, so take your attack with Echo's Fury first.
He's more of a cat.
What are you
Doesn't
attacking?
enough.
What are you attacking with?
My rapier.
Rapier. Okay, which is that magical?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
17.
17 hits. Roll your damage.
So that will be 10.
10 damage. Okay. And as your echo rushes up to the dog, you basically just kick it right in the face. It kind of yelps
Jeez.
back onto its hind legs, and as it does so, it transforms into this little gremlin-looking kind of dog-faced creature that has its claws bared and is ready to retaliate against you. Your attack against
Is on 11.
and it is able to dodge out of the way as you miss this
And I will
this
action
creature.
surge and do it all again.
Do it all again.
Yep.
All right, so roll with your attack for your echo.
23.
Hits. Roll your damage.
6.
6. As the creature has turned into this little gremlin, you now come with kind of an over-the-top pound on its head, and it is just smashed down onto its rear end as it is just very wobbly, stands up, and is still on its feet, but the power of the blows has knocked this thing nearly out. Your second attack?
Well, second one. Well, I'll say second one's a 1.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bonus action, though, on the first dog I hit. Take my bonus action attack.
Okay, so you rolled a 1 on this.
Yep.
Go ahead and roll a d20.
You lose your hand.
D20. Yeah.
I haven't had to
like
get
his echo.
I haven't had to get this sheet out in a long time. I don't even know where I have it.
16.
He breaks his bowstring.
Oh, here it is. 16 with the melee attack. Okay. So you need to roll a Constitution save.
12.
As you go to make your attack, you feel a as your shoulder pops and you pull a muscle.
Oh.
And you now
Have
half movement until you take a long rest to basically heal yourself. Okay.
No, that was me.
And your bonus action with your offhand attack. Okay, against with Sola.
Yeah, that'd be an 18.
18 hits. And so you come with the leg, come down with the overhead fist, and you kind of grab it by the scruff of the neck, and you take your hand and just straight into its face, and its nose just crumples into the back of its head as it is ended. Okay, so you take out
That's 3 ones.
3 ones in a row. You take out the first jackalware that's there. All right. It is now Meltoro's turn. And he kind of backs up to see what's going on. He says something to the guy to his left. And he takes out his own hand crossbow and aims it at you and says, "Let's see what you do," and takes a shot at you. Okay. Natural 20.
No.
Oh,
Lucas is
ouch.
looking through his binoculars the wrong way again.
I need you to roll a charisma saving throw.
See? You had to roll well at that time. Really? Oh, saving throws. Okay.
Roll well. Not well.
See ya. Is that cocked? No. It's a 2.
2. Okay. So first you take 6 points of piercing damage.
Alright, that's not that bad. Let's wrap that up.
I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. 10.
You take 25 points of poison damage.
Okay. Well,
And you
Just
are
Rubius.
whisked away into the nether. And as your eyes appear, you look around and you see an Etten there. floating about 50 yards ahead of you. He looks at you.
It wasn't me, it was the other man! The other man with the bow!
Okay, so at the end of your next turn, you will
If I
reappear.
banish him, will he go back there? Or will he go another place? double banish. You have been twice banished.
All right, it is now June's turn.
Well, jeez, guys, thanks. Oh God. Okay. Let's see what I can do with this mess. So my movement can go diagonal, like across the squares, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh God. All right. So I'm going to run pretty much within 10 feet of Maltoro, if I can.
You're trying to move up 10 feet?
No,
Within
like
10 feet? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Is that where you want to be? You have 5 feet of action left, I think?
Crow hop a dart into his face.
I'm actually then going to poison spray into his face.
Okay, what's the range on that?
10 feet? 10 feet.
You have 40 feet of movement?
I have 50 feet of
50.
movement.
And
the poison spray is 10 feet.
Okay, if you got right up next to him, you could get both of them in your poison spray.
Then I'm gonna do that.
FYI.
That sounds like a plan.
So you get right up next to him, and you watch as June it looks like she's going to go to punch him, but instead, she lets go of her hand, and out of her fingertips, you see this green mist, which covers both Maltoro and the thug that's there, and they both need to roll Constitution saves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first is, for Maltoro, is a 9.
That meets it.
So he passes.
What do you mean it means
What?
Wait, don't they have to do?
No, they have to pass
your
your spell DC.
You should have higher
It's
than
probably
that.
like 15 or 14.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm not used to using
No way
this
it meets it.
spell. What do I use for it?
Can you help her out?
It's a 9.
She has a
Is it a
9
it's
spell
not,
DC?
okay, good. I thought it was less.
Okay, so that
She has a -1 charisma.
Yeah.
passes. The second one is a 6.
Well,
that-
that one failed.
That one failed.
So he takes the damage. Go ahead and roll your d12 of damage.
We gotta get your charisma up for that thing to matter.
Yeah, I'm not very charming. That is gonna be 2.
2 points of damage. Okay.
But then can I take my bonus action?
You're contributing.
I'm doing my best.
That was a different thug than you hit before. And your bonus action, you did not take the attack action, so you can't attack on this turn. You can use your bonus action to do use a key point to do dodge or step of the wind, if you care to. You also have you have 10 feet of movement left, although
Yeah.
you will be an opportunity attack would be taken against you.
Well, that didn't. Well, so that guy failed it, so he's technically poisoned now.
He is, and the poison is, he took the damage, and now he has disadvantage on any skill checks. Yep.
Right. Okay.
I think for 1 round.
Okay, so I am just going to use. Oh yeah, I'm gonna use a key point and step of the wind.
Okay, and where are you going?
Right back to where I was.
Okay, you
Here we
rush
go.
back, and Maltoro tries to go get you, take a swing at you. You move too quickly. He doesn't even. She's a very fast. All right,
That
it
would've been
is
cool.
now the enemy's turn. So. This guy rushes up, and he takes a dagger and throws it at you, Ray. Okay. And that is a 14.
Miss.
As the dagger clinks off of your shield, this guy goes and starts hacking at the webs to get his friends out as they seek to, as he kind of. How does that work? I can try to. I can't remember. I have to make an attack on it, or I can't remember.
No, only fire will destroy it.
Okay, so he starts hacking at the webs and doesn't seem to be making much progress. The other two both need to try to get out, so they make a what save?
Are you saying his sword enters his arm?
His sword is-
enters the web area?
His sword is hacking the web. Yes.
I'd like the sword to make a dex save.
Yeah. It's a dex save?
Dex save first. and
Okay,
then
natural
later.
20 for the first guy, which is this one. So he makes his way out.
Wait, he had
He had
disadvantage.
-4.
Dang it, he did.
He has to subtract 4, but
So it's
a
20,
D4.
so it's
But it
18.
doesn't matter. He still succeeds.
Okay, so he makes his way out. His speed is what? So he's gonna go
It's
there.
difficult terrain, yeah.
Yep. That's his action to do that, right?
Use its action.
Action. Yep, that's what I thought. The other one rolls a 8, so he is restrained. And these guys, these two archers in the back, which is unfortunate for me. Excellent placement by you. Try to take their arrow shots at Morthos again. They both roll with disadvantage because it's obscured by the webs. And so they both roll 4 attacks with disadvantage.
I know. That's the only reason I ran up there.
All right, so the first one is a natural 1.
Breaks his bowstring.
Bowstring breaks.
Shoot his buddy. Kills the dog right in front of Morthos.
He shoots this thug in the back of the head with he yells out as there's an arrow now piercing through the side of his neck.
Gun, Jim. Gosh.
I wanted that raise.
And so he's now gushing blood as the second shot is taken, and that is a 14 on you, Morthos.
No.
The next two go forth, and that is a 6 and a 12.
No.
As the arrows catch are in the webbing, and none of them make their way towards you, but for the arrow that lodged itself in the throat of his ally.
Love it. Love to
This
see it.
jackalware now goes to take a bite at you. Actually, no, it doesn't. It looks at you, and its eyes begin to draw in your mind. I need you to roll a wisdom save.
Crit.
Natural 20?
Yep.
You look at the thing and you kind of overcome with rage at this creature that has the audacity to try to charm you. You just spit on it and ready your next attack as it bares its teeth at you. And I think that is everybody. It is now Ray's turn.
I'm going to actually hold an action for my tiara for when the two-headed beast immediately comes. I'd like to release my tiara on him.
Okay, so you are holding the
Scorching ray spell.
Scorching Ray spell, so that you are now concentrating on that. As you hold that action, just if you get hit, you have to roll a Constitution save. That's all that means. And you have to roll above a 10 to maintain it. So you are holding that action. Very good, Ray. Ollie, you're up.
Gonna run up to the jackal, and I'm gonna take out my 2 swords, brandish, and try to hit it towards the thing. I have 40 feet of movement.
Oh, okay.
To be clear, you're still back with the dice, right?
Yep. So go ahead and make your attack.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
I have great.
Oh, it was almost a 19. 5.
5.
That's different.
As you rush up, you actually slash right through it, and it just looks at you and doesn't even respond to your non-magical weapon.
How much movement did I use?
Yeah. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. You have 5 feet left.
Back up diagonally next to Morthos.
Okay. You rush up, slash at it. It doesn't react at all, and
he
you
says,
take a step back.
Nice doggy. Backs away.
JB,
hold on
back
a
up
sec.
to you.
Doesn't the banishment happen? He comes back at the end of his turn, so that he should be back. Oh, unless I don't know which one he is, the boss or an enemy. So right before Ray's turn, he should have come back.
The end of his next turn.
That was his next turn.
Okay, that's fine. I was going to give him
Through the
through to
round.
the next round.
That's fine too.
He also, by the way, I was supposed to give him 2d6 worth of shock force damage as well.
Okay, what was that damage?
8.
8 more damage?
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
Also, no, I'm just kidding.
Also, he's instantly dead
Nothing to
now.
add.
That's the rule I just made.
So it was 16 total damage?
Yep.
Okay.
He's hella pissed on the
All
other
right,
side.
very good. JB, you're up.
JB is gonna come back out, back towards our crew, and see that there's someone still caught in the web. And he says, I say the guy in the web can easily be hit currently. Go ahead and use your attacks on it, just not fire. And the dog, no, I'm gonna rotate around a little more and hit the guy that left the web already.
Very good. Roll, what are you using?
Mind Sliver cantrip. So save.
7.
Fail. Good.
Nice.
What's his damage?
6.
So it's another D4, 6 total damage. Very good.
Yeah, subtracts
D4 on a next save. Okay, very good. So I'm going to put,
whoa. I'm gonna also rotate back down.
for the sake of, I'm going to say that this is Bane, but for the sake of that, it's a D4 off.
You have a restrained one?
I think I do.
Yes.
Where is it? Where is it?
Thanks, Chip. These things are awesome.
You're the goat.
Actually, there's grappled, not seeing restrained. So for the sake of this, I'm just going to put grappled on him. Okay. All right. And it is now Rubius's turn as you reappear back in space, and your turn is ended.
So that's what that feels like.
All right, Morthos, you're up.
Alright, Morthos will move 10 feet north, staying within the threatened range. He's not leaving.
Yep.
And then he will send his echo exactly 30 feet away from him, up in the air where the ogre will reappear. So
Okay.
he would go, yep.
So,
We go 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. But he's going to be like above his head,
okay.
just standing in air.
So,
He wants a 5-foot advantage on him.
all right. So you send your echo up above it.
Yep. Within 5 feet, but above him. 5
Okay.
feet. And then Morthos will attack the little dog again.
All right. Very good. So So you're up here
Yep.
as this creature is about to reappear. You're basically like right up to the ceiling.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yep. And you are about to try to get a pound in on it as it reappears, and you make your attack on the other jackalware. Go ahead and make your attack.
A whopping 10.
10 does
Told
not
myself I
hit.
was going to stop using this.
As you swing down with your blade, and it is easily able to dodge out of the way. As
That's it.
Boss rushes up to you, I need Ollie and Morthos. I need both of you to make a wisdom save.
16.
4.
4. As he rushes up to you, you see him kind of trace a circle in the air, and Forsuge! He makes a noise just like that, and he utters a spell that you have never heard anything like it before. It immediately tugs at your mind, and there's as if a void has been opened in the time and space and weave of magic as this blast of energy goes forth and overwhelms both Morthos and Oliver. Oliver, you make the save. So you only take half damage as 15 points of psychic damage overwhelm you, and you have you no longer have a reaction until you take a long rest, and you take 7 points of psychic damage as he then steps to the side and basically is waiting for his meat shield to come back. As June, you are now up.
Great. Okay.
Well, it doesn't matter. I said I have to take a long rest. So I effectively do nothing.
No reaction.
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 Correct. Which is the whole basis of my character right now.
Huh.
The Sentinel.
I
You can
am.
still hit and keep it there.
I'm going to
No,
just
Sentinel's a reaction.
go with
Oh, well.
both hands on my quarterstaff and just spin and try and whack the person directly across from me. There you go.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
Ooh. 23 to hit.
23 hits. Roll your damage. As you wind up with both hands,
I know.
the staff comes arcing through the air and connects directly with his chin as the spittle goes flying from his mouth, and he as a tooth goes flying as well.
Nice. So that is going to be 13 points of
13
damage.
points of damage. Very good. And your bonus action follow-up.
And then I'm also going to do an unarmed strike.
Go ahead and make your
well.
attack.
And 18 to hit.
18 to hit is successful. Go ahead and roll your attack damage.
And that is another 5 points of damage.
All right. As you hit him with the staff, you use your momentum and kind of go with it, twirl around, and spin and hit him with a flying elbow right in the temple as he is basically just stunned as he's there, completely open to additional attacks. As he kind of rights himself, he takes his sword and he swings it back at you, and you are easily able to dodge out of the way as the Etten reappears, and he's just like, and his turn is over. The Echo immediately takes its attack.
Oh, you didn't have one.
I immediately took my attack.
Well, I thought you held your...
I
Okay.
used it.
That's me.
Oh, you held it. Thank you.
Yes.
Go ahead and make your attack. It's a good thing that June, you moved up. Cause she,
held action.
Yeah, I know.
That's what I
Held
was
action
thinking.
Uses the reaction. Since
I
don't
get
have a
advantage
reaction, she
because it's
wouldn't get
a
anything.
surprise, right?
it's not a surprise. It's just your normal attack. But
I was holding it because I thought it was a surprise.
no, it's only surprise. It could be a surprise at the beginning. But you roll 3 d20s, and these are 3 separate attacks with your Scorching Ray attack.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
Crit?
Add 5 to each one.
19 plus 5.
So the crit hits, the 19 plus 20, 24 hits.
I have my inspiration still, right? Or no?
You
10
can
right.
add a d6 if you care to.
I don't think it would hit anyways. Okay.
Well,
The other
try
one
it.
was a-
No, you may as well try it.
No, it was a 2.
Oh.
So even if
Plus
it's
five,
not-
7.
What were you?
Well, you don't know. It's a big.
Nine,
It's a
and then
big.
plus 6.
It's a big
15?
creature. 13.
No, it would be.
She's at
2
she's at
plus-
7 right now.
Right. 13 might hit if you maxed on the 6.
Your call.
I also don't know how much longer she would have it.
I could try it. Why not? So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
The 11 does not hit.
Ugh.
Okay.
But the other Scorching Rays hit. So roll.
4d6.
So it's 2d6 plus 2d6. You crit, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's actually 6d6 because one of those
Holy
one of those
cow.
is doubled.
That's why I held my action.
66?
What?
66?
Super scorching ray?
It's 2d6 per hit.
It's too big. Yeah, and I'm aiming all 3 at the guy.
Oh
So
my
I held
goodness.
my action. Okay.
That's a lot of dice.
6,
Holy
7,
cow.
8,
Was it
9,
level 9 more
10, 11, 12, 13,
You get that.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
So as you release your spell that you've been holding, there's been 3 balls of light that just been dancing in front of your hands. Now you're used to working with being around lightning and thunder and cold, so the fire is new and interesting, but you have firm control of it as the tiara on your forehead is just kind of glowing red hot, and you point and release it The first one hits it directly in the face as it burns out one of the eyes. And the high-pitched voice screams with pain as one of its eyes is essentially blinded. The other one hits it directly in the chest, the third hitting the stone behind it, and it is pissed as it is looking directly at you, another giant who has cast magic at it.
Face me like a giant!
This little jackalware turns and takes its attack against you, Morthos, since you have resisted its sleep gaze. And that is a 14 to hit.
No.
As you dodge out of the way. This guy sees JB and rushes up. And as he does, you watch as there is a slash and his gut is opened up right in front of you.
Oh,
There he is.
there he is. I knew he was still here.
As Kelsin reappears and stabs him right through, spilling his guts. He is dead.
I like this dude.
It's so helpful.
Right?
I was about to die immediately.
I was actually gonna
How much health do you have? Oh boy.
As this next thug, seeing that he's getting nowhere with the web, rushes forward at Morthos and flanks you, knowing how tactics
Yeah,
work.
doesn't he have like something from the poison? Did that disadvantage or something?
It's
No.
for ability checks.
Ability
not for
checks, that's
attack.
right,
So he
okay.
rolls his attack against you with advantage,
Okay.
Morthos, and that is a 12. 2 and an 8. Wonderful.
Wow.
I'm putting those dice.
When I need a
No,
aside.
keep using them. Please.
And the other, this one, he tries to get out again. So I roll against your spell save.
Against your spell save to get out.
It's a strength this time. It's a strength save. And
Strength?
It uses his action, yeah.
Okay, and he rolls a 13.
Fail.
So he is still grappled. The other two continue to focus on Morthos since he's at the front and was the one speaking with Maltoro, and they roll 2 disadvantaged attacks because they have nowhere to go. First one is a natural 1 again.
Wow.
Wow. Hits him in the back
We
of the head.
suck, but they suck worse.
That's a 2. And the string
your pardon. You do
breaks.
not suck.
The string breaks on his bow,
Oh, that's really good.
That is.
That's just the goal.
and he
But he can't shoot.
can't do anything. The second one,
That's why you always buy extra bowstrings.
that is a that is a 9. I'm definitely putting those to the side. And a 16.
That still misses.
As both of the arrows get caught up in the webbing yet again.
Yeah, I got that.
He attacked. End of his turn. He's boss guy. He attacked. He attacked. Okay, they're done. It is now Ray's turn as you release the scorching rays, and now you're ready to go.
I will. Can't make it to the giant with skirting. Okay, I'm gonna get in flanking position with June.
Okay.
I can't make it without passing his threatened radius
Yep.
with my movement. Okay, I'm gonna attack.
Okay. You know you have not yet raged, FYI.
I do. But I'm
Okay.
flanking, so I still get advantage.
Yep.
So 18.
Hits.
Oh, 18 plus 9.
Okay.
28.
You're swinging one-handed or two?
One-handed because my shield is out. I did say that. And
Yep.
10 damage.
Okay, very good.
Nice.
And then I'm going to turn around and face the big guy and go, "Come at me, bro!" and then enter into a rage.
And now you are raging. Very good. I
I just wanted to play it like
I
that.
don't think very good. You do get bonus damage on your rage.
Do I?
Yep, which would have killed him, but that's okay.
Wait.
He's
Oh,
alive.
I didn't know that.
There's extra rage damage when you're raging.
Something new every day.
Do I add that or do you add that?
You add that. There's a scale. When you're raging, you add extra damage. Yeah.
Wait, I've never actually added that. All the times that I've raged.
Yep.
Where is this
Gotta-
scale?
Gotta know
Classic
your
Austin.
character.
It does it automatic on the screen though. Wait, no, it doesn't.
No, it
No, it
doesn't.
doesn't.
Oh no.
You got to add it in yourself. I think
Classic-
it's 2. I think it's for you. It's plus 2.
Oss didn't know
No,
he
reckless
could
attack gives
recklessly
you
attack. You
advantage.
didn't know you could add.
So barbarians get extra rage damage.
Is your ancestral thing like activated or is it passive?
Right now, your rage damage is a plus 2.
So
So when you're raging, you can add 2 to
2
your
more
damage.
It's gonna be under your.
It's
trait.
in your class skills.
Oh, so it's not on the, that's
You,
cheating.
you just need to know it.
I just that's something.
Know your character,
Read.
Molly. Come on,
I'm a
Molly.
lawyer. I'm
You know
in the
who
healthcare
reads?
field.
The DM.
Who reads a book, honestly?
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna.
So
write
he
this clearly.
he is looking woozy as you bring your
Not
hammer
going after that
down
guy.
upon his back, and he has the wind knocked out of him, and you hear the crunch of his rib cage and back his spinal cord as he is just barely standing upright. Ollie, you're up.
Did I hear the Etten talking about Maiku?
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Roll a perception check. Hey, we're gonna retcon a perception check to see if you heard that.
9.
Morthos heard it, but not you.
heard what?
The Etten talking about Maiku and Mathel.
Dearly departed.
Um,
He'll never die.
I am going to get into a. Let's see here. I am going to.
But you're a bard. You can rage, can't you?
Yeah. I'm gonna rage.
Against the machine.
I'm going to cast a vicious mock on Marlboro Man. Malort,
Yep.
whatever his name is.
El Toro.
Barbara Man.
Marble Man.
That is a 8.
Misses, or he fails. And he takes 1 point of damage, but more importantly, disadvantage
So
on
he
his
has
next attack.
disadvantage on his next attack.
I say, you know, smoking's bad for you.
So random.
Okay.
And I
I like it.
am going to move my footage towards the south, my southeast, 30 or 40 feet. Nope, other way. That's southwest. Yep.
You hit the wall right there.
Oh, there's a wall right there.
Yeah.
Then I don't do that. I just get into flanking with that dog thing with Morthos.
Okay, you are flanking him. Very good. And it is now JB's turn. As Kelsin is there looking at you, basically just kind of with a eye to see, like, what are you going to do? As he kind of flicks the blood off of his blade.
I appreciate your precise timing on that. And we'll rotate around the rock and see. What do I see? Alright. I have to do something. It's gonna be. I will mind sliver out to Marlboro Man.
That is a 17.
That is a success.
I'm not ugly. I just know the harms of smoking.
All right. Are you moving any further?
I am going to be. No.
All right. It is now Rubius's turn.
You're back.
You're back.
I'm sorry, I always forget the name of that thing. What's the name of that creature? Etten.
Etten.
Is it in front of the person? Because you had said you wanted to use him as a meat shield.
He is. I mean, it's right here. So he is not. Maltoro is not behind him. He's just near him.
All right.
At the Etten?
Nope.
Maltoro.
I'm Maltoro.
Okay, make your attack.
But he's your friend.
Not anymore. Oh, that's gonna hit.
That is a 26 to hit.
26.
Yeah. With
that hits.
15 damage.
Critted the damage.
Nice.
Nazari.
I'm back, baby. He's gonna shoot him again.
Okay.
He's gonna shoot him again.
Make your second attack.
That is a 27 to hit.
That hits.
Oh man.
Oh, you're Superman.
With another 15.
Wow.
Back in black.
Get him dead.
What are you hitting him with?
My crossbow.
A hand crossbow?
Heavy.
Heavy crossbow. They both have a
You
plus 9 to hit.
You can only bonus action with a hand crossbow.
Okay. Well, the accuracy still is the same, but I'll roll the d6 plus 5.
Yep.
Critted it.
11. You can't stop fate.
So,
26.
D&D Beyond.
so understand, heavy crossbow is 2 hands. Therefore, you would have no bonus action with a hand crossbow.
Or
You
immediately.
can't do a 2-handed weapon and then use. You can use your
Here's what we
katana.
I just did it again. Dude, this is
So-
is this broken?
I'm just saying-
No. I just rolled both of them. I rolled
Yep.
the damage for the hand crossbow.
So
2
rather
times.
than it being 30 damage, it would be 22 damage.
Correct.
Okay.
So just
But you saw that just.
yep,
I
just
did.
mechanically, so you
So
understand.
that's 2 6s though.
That
so
is.
it's 22
Well,
damage.
really, you critted 3 damage rolls.
I'm not impressed. Let's move on. You didn't kill him, did you?
he
Still 22.
And the I'm back, baby.
I hope you don't get banished.
Well, he's gonna have disadvantage on his attack.
all right. It is now
Marlboro?
Morthos' turn.
Morthos will
Different type of
attack
smoky.
the little dog creature that he's flanking with Ollie.
Okay, make your attack.
It's just like a chihuahua biting him.
Yeah.
Get off me, dog.
Trying to shake it off his ankle.
17,
17 hits. What are you attacking it with?
my rapier,
Okay,
which would be 7.
7
You
damage.
should have.
All right. So you slash through and pierce directly into its hide, almost
Forgot
just
you're a
like
fighter,
stabbing down
not a
into
ranger.
it. Ah! It like reacts with rage as your blade pierces through into its lungs, and you pull it out with a gush of blood.
Oh gosh.
Is
Yeah,
it
that's
still
gross.
alive?
Ugh.
Still alive.
Then I will use my bonus action
goodness.
to use my dagger,
Okay.
take my off and attack.
Which dagger?
It's the biting blade,
Keep
Biting
going.
blade.
which is
Okay.
also magical.
See?
Or no, sorry.
Biting
it's
blade is not magical.
You're right.
Yep.
It just is. Yeah, that's right. It's half slashing, half
Yep.
piercing. That's what it
You're
is.
just on a hot streak.
23.
Don't waste it.
Slash right through its throat, but this time no blood follows your blade as it resists the non-magical damage.
All right, and then
Okay.
my echo will move 30 feet towards the web.
Towards the web.
Yep.
In the air.
Yep.
30 feet towards the web. Okay. Very good.
Interesting.
The next attack is disadvantaged, yes?
See.
Yep.
He looks around and takes in what's going on. He says, "Howdy, Ganep. Get the big one? Huh? Yeah." And he rushes forward.
Ooh, we got a duel?
He rushes right up next to you with a hand crossbow, and as he's running past you, takes a shot. Disadvantage. This was cocked. That's a 22 to hit.
No.
It was a 16 and a 15
What was this for then?
because it was cocked on a 15, and then I rolled a
That one
15
hits.
again. Okay, I need you to roll. Well, first of all, you take 6 points of piercing damage. I need you to roll a Constitution save.
Didn't roll well.
Why is this not? All right, Constitution save. You said.
Yep.
Come on. Oh my goodness.
9.
You take 25 points of poison damage
Wow.
as you go down. As he rushes past you, he kind of He takes the hand crossbow and points it at you again.
Does he still have disadvantage?
Not anymore.
There's nothing I can do.
He points at you again. And then looks at June and pulls the trigger.
Okay.
Interesting.
I did try to spit poison in his face.
That is a natural 1.
My
Bowstring
friend,
breaks.
you did not hit me.
19.
He's gonna shoot his own guy. Yep.
Gotta figure out how I can potentially pull a muscle doing this.
Trigger finger.
He makes the save.
Oh,
And he pulls it. Screams,
my damn carpal tunnel.
June middle finger.
and he takes one more step. And he's got his eyes on the exit. All right.
Wait.
June, you're up.
But he's looking this way.
He's looking up from, the direction you guys came.
Okay.
Yep. June.
Cool. Okay, so I'm really annoyed. Like, he just tried to shoot at me. So I am going to throw a dart at him immediately.
Okay. You just mechanically, because you're in melee combat with someone, to make a range attack, you'd have disadvantage on the throw. Just so you're aware.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it anyway.
Okay, so roll your attack with disadvantage.
Oh, shoot. Okay, so that's 1. So the first one is an 8.
Okay, that misses.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if you roll 1.
Second one is a 17.
Okay, so you throw the dart and it disappears into the tunnel behind him as he sees it out of the corner of his eye and just ducks, and it scoots past his head. You did take an attack action, so you can take a bonus action if you care to.
Yeah. Right, that's what I'm thinking. But if I go after, because I still have movement, technically.
Yep.
You're gonna
So-
take an opportunity.
Yeah, I know, but I'm at full health, so I can probably take it. But all right, I'm just gonna use.
Go for it. Run after his ass.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Honestly, I'm
Okay.
just gonna go after him.
So the opportunity attack is taken.
and
That is a 20, unnatural. So you take 5 points of slashing damage. And where are you going to?
right in front of him. Yeah,
Okay.
and that's 5 points. You said.
5 points of slashing damage, yep.
Coolio.
And you rush up to Maltoro.
And I am going to do.
You can
Okay.
you can still attack him if you use your flurry of blows.
Oh yeah,
key
I'm doing
point.
that for
Okay,
sure.
so mark off a key point and you can make one more attack.
Okay, so flurry of blows. First one to hit is 18.
18. As you go to punch him, having dodged out of the way of the dart that flies past, he now turns to see you, and as your punch is going straight towards him, he tries to duck out of the way, is unable to, and as you are about to connect with his face, he snaps the hand with the fancy glove, and a shield emanates out and reflects back on you, and you punch into a wall of energy and are unable to continue forward. As a kind of a greenish shield of energy kind of emanates there for a second and then dissipates. It is now...
So none of my other strikes are going to do anything?
So you, with Flurry of Blows, you get 2 extra attacks. So you attacked him with the dart.
Ran after him,
Ran
then
after
did
him,
flurry of
punched
blows.
once.
So you
Punch once.
get one more. Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to do that. I hate this guy. That is an 11 to hit.
And as you try to sweep the legs out from under him, he deftly jumps above you, and clearly he's had some training in hand-to-hand combat and knows how to handle himself in a close quarter situation. It is
I would just like to roll well once.
now the enemy's turn as this guy steps up to you, Ray, and is flanking you. and takes 2 advantaged strikes against you. That is a 22 to hit. As the first comes down, crushing blow, you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage, halved to 7. And the second comes against you as well. That is a 20 to hit.
Hits.
As you take 15 more points of bludgeoning damage, halved down to 7. And he just stays there as both of the mouths are laughing at you, sensing that they have the upper hand. This guy turns and looks at you, looks at the Etten above you, and takes a swing with advantage. And that is a 9 to hit. As you kind of parry, because you're facing him, you parry it out of the way with your axe, and he is unable to make any, with your hammer, unable.
I keep calling it an axe too.
Unable to make any contact. Seeing what's going on, Kelsin rushes over and gets into a flanking position with Maltoro and goes to attack him. And that is a... as he does so, you watch as the glove flashes again, and the shield goes out, and he is unable to connect. Angrily, he takes another stab with the blade, and this time he just parries it out of the way as he misses entirely.
Awesome.
These two both attack Morthos as he is flanked. The first one here, 2 16s, so that is a 20 to hit.
Nope.
As he goes with the axe and impacts directly on your shield that you have out, and the Jackalware goes to bite you, and that is a 15 to hit as he bites at your legs and just gets a mouthful of the bone greaves which cover your legs, and he's unable to do any damage. Strength save again. That is 14 as he fails. 14?
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And 4 more arrows.
3, because 1 bowstring broke.
Oh, yeah. 2 more arrows as he takes his action to restring his bow. So 2 more arrows at disadvantage. That's a natural 1. Oh, my goodness.
Yes!
Gonna single-handedly kill the guy that's in the web.
I hope so.
I hope so.
We may be dumb, but
And his bowstring breaks.
What are the odds, Frederick? I can't believe this.
They
they were having a sale on the bowstrings.
They bought us
At
cheap
the
stuff to
discount
save on
shop.
labor costs.
All right.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Factory overhead.
And it is now Ray's turn.
Quick question.
Yep.
So I know if I reduce a guy to 0 with Great Weapons Mastery, I get to make another melee attack.
As a
But
bonus
do I have
action.
to do the -5 + 10?
No, it's
no,
automatic.
it's just when it automatic. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna.
Good thinking.
Hey, I want it to be clear.
No, it'll happen.
Yeah.
So as long as you hit it, it'll happen.
I'm gonna hit the guy directly south of me.
Okay, make your attack. As you ready your hammer and arc it through the air as it comes crushingly down upon his head
18
and
plus 7.
splits it open like a pumpkin.
Oof.
As
And what she's doing like a roundhouse swing. So as she goes through one, she's just gonna make side contact.
okay,
with the
you
big.
carry your momentum with your rage, and you come swinging straight through up at the Etten.
Recklessly attack!
Roll with advantage.
Because my buddy left me.
Sorry.
You squished him.
15?
Hits.
Yep.
As you connect with.
I think I didn't do the
Now
minus
this
five on
Etten
that.
it's about a head taller than you.
Mm-hmm.
It's giant creature. Not many things are bigger than you.
I'm the biggest!
And you smash it into its upper rib cage as you hear a satisfying crunch of its ribs as the bones break beneath your blow.
15, because I
15.
added the 2 that I've just learned about.
Very good.
my lesson.
As you smash into the creature, and there is a kind of a trailing purple aura on your hammer as it hits the creature, and you barely see almost these flashes of what look to be Moshi, who you spoke with. And is that Judah, your father? Like, is that is that a woman? You don't know who that is. Another man that is in warrior's armor with a sling. You don't know who this is. And they're there kind of surrounding the creature, towering over it, looking down, and kind of prepared to defend all around you. As your ancestors make their presence felt. Oliver, you are up.
You're at 0, right?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you gotta go.
I see him go down, right?
I want that dude.
You
Rubius?
watch Rubius go down. Yep.
Rubius, now! Be healed.
As your tail kind of goes up, and
You take 13 points of health.
Oh, nice.
I'm back on my feet.
did you roll out at second level?
I did,
Okay,
and I critted it.
nice. So, 8 plus 5. Yeah.
13.
Yep. Very good.
It does the math for me.
That's a very
Does.
that's a fun feature.
And
That was
then
your bonus action.
It is?
Healing word is a bonus action, so you still have your action.
That it is. I can't cast 2 spells, though.
You cannot, but you can make an attack.
I
You can
can.
inspire a
Nope,
loving.
not gonna do that. Gonna cast an action on Marlborough again. Actually, no.
What's your action?
Huh?
What are you doing?
A vicious mock.
You cannot.
That's a cantrip.
You can. You can
Correct.
do that.
because
you can do
it's
that.
a cantrip.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
He's within 60 feet of you, so yeah.
I'm gonna look at the dog.
It's not a
dog?
cantrip.
The dog in front of me,
Okay.
and I'm gonna look at it and go, "Bed dog, lay down and die."
That's a 12.
It really
fails.
won't die.
Okay. So it has disadvantage on its next
And it
attack.
takes 3 damage.
Okay. As the psychic damage courses.
know.
I thought it would be
Heck?
close. I can't do any other damage to it.
It's the
with my
eternal
swords.
chihuahua of doom.
All right. As it is now JB's turn.
I thought I'd take you out of flanking with it. That's all I could do.
Yeah, it really won't die.
I can't swipe it. I don't have magical damage.
It's fine. It just won't die.
JB will
I'm gonna make a pet.
come around the corner once again to where Rubius is laying on the ground, and he'll see
This way or which
Yes.
way?
the back the hiding way. Yep. He'll see him attempting to run out, right?
Yes, you look to your left and you find Maltoro is engaged by both Kelsin and June, flanked, and you see this greenish aura that is kind of surrounding him where it looks like some blows have been dealt against him, but he's been fending them off with some sort of magical interference.
Is that what shield looks like? I have shield.
It looks very shield-like, yes.
Shieldy.
Very shieldy.
And I see Yetin. Okay. I yell.
Make sure you're speaking into your mic.
Oh yeah. I say, Morthos and Ollie, I'm about to lose the web. You might want to get some cover. And I will drop the web. In the mind of Marlborough Man, the exit area. Out of the exit area comes a 10-foot large undead fire monster racing at him and yelling his name.
From out of the web?
No, from out of where he's heading.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Blocking the exit.
Nice.
I don't think you can see that on the screen, but that is...
No, you can't.
As there is now a fire monster 10 feet wide
Undead fire monster.
as a skeletal humanoid comes kind of lumbering out down the tunnel, its bones on fire.
Me no good.
As the fire is consuming its form, yet it does not burn.
So
And-
intelligence save.
Did you roll 1?
That's a 12.
Yay!
There's a 1 in that.
Getting out his path.
There was a 1 in that, yes. So he fails, and he is now believing that this fire creature is directly in front of him.
Excellent.
What you gonna do about that?
All right. Are you
Oh,
staying there?
He does 1d6 psychic damage. To him.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage.
2.
Okay, 2 psychic damage. Very good.
Fear.
As he kind of... his eyes grow wide. Oh boy. What the hell is this? As he's just...
Oh, yeah, didn't see that coming, did ya?
I did not see that coming!
Me neither. What the hell is that? Trying to sell it.
I'm back
Yeah.
up 5 feet into the.
Okay, you back up 5 feet. As Kelsin turns around and he's like,
JB yelling, "It's just an illusion. Don't worry."
all right, it is
Oh,
now
crap.
Rubius' turn.
I'm going to stand up.
You stand up. That's half of your movement.
I'm going to
That's the sound it makes. The
with
illusion.
my katana
Mm-hmm.
slash at him.
Okay. Make your attack.
Please. Roll well. Nope.
It's 10.
10. As you slash at him, he parries it out of the way, and he aims your blow at June. I need you to make another attack.
What was that? A
With my
natural
katana?
1 or something? Come on.
No, he's might have a riposte.
That's 22.
That hits. Roll your damage.
With the katana, 1d6 plus 5.
Matt, don't use the one that was rolling low.
You take 10 points of damage as
Jude, I am so sorry.
as Maltoro parries the blow and redirects it back at June, who takes the katana slash through your arm, and your arm starts gushing blood.
Okay, well-
This kind of purplish green blood.
Crossbow expert, hand crossbow to his head.
Okay, make your attack.
Rubius is working for the other team.
25 to hit.
That's gonna
No, he clearly was parried. 21?
25 to hit.
25 to hit. That hits.
All right,
Good
and that
job.
is 7
How would you
damage.
like to do this?
7 damage.
7 damage?
Yes.
All right,
And I
very
let
good.
the action surge, shoot him in the head again.
Okay, so you're using your action again.
Can you
Yes.
hit him this time?
Go ahead and roll your attack.
He did last time.
I know,
That
but
is a 18 to hit.
18.
Yeah.
As he sees you now
Wait, I thought
switch to the crossbow, he takes a shot and he puts the glove up again, and there is a flash of greenish light as he is shielded from the blow.
How many of those?
yeah, I don't.
It's got to have like 3 charges. That's classic D&D. 3 charges.
You don't know.
So 18 didn't hit him?
18 did not hit him.
Okay.
All right, it is now Morthos' turn.
See where the guy that has the little symbol that's grappled? Just northwest of him.
Yep, he
there's
technically is no longer
I'm really
grappled.
mad at you.
a, is that a pillar or is that a void?
These are stone. These are walls. Stone
Alright,
walls
so,
here.
So see the 2 stone walls?
Yep.
Alright, so the big black void at the top, is that a void or a wall at the top? That.
That here.
Yep,
This is stone wall.
that's a stone wall.
Yep.
Okay. It goes all the way to the ceiling?
Yeah, all the way to the ceiling.
Alright, so I'll move my echo 30 feet, still at the ceiling. It hasn't come down yet. Not that way, on this side of the, whatever those walls are that you're calling them. Like towards the 2 guys that are standing there. In front of the cage.
So you want them to go here.
Yep, 30 feet.
That's 30 feet right there.
Up north one more.
Here.
Yep,
Okay.
up at the ceiling still.
Very good.
And I'll take my attack on the little dog thing.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack.
26.
That hits.
Come on.
Kill this dog.
I rolled a 2, so that's 7.
7.
Might do it.
As you slash
fighting the
through it
dog the whole
again,
time.
and it is skewered through and kind of goes limp on your blade. and then catches itself and is just
It has disadvantage.
holding on,
No,
So-
on its next attack.
holding on by the skin of its canines.
I just love the mental image that Morthos has been fighting this dog.
Oh wait, we are
Battle.
flanking.
You're flanking. See,
It doesn't.
crit.
Yeah, you could try to see if you
If
crit.
you crit,
I can crit, right?
Yeah.
you can crit, right? Name it and claim it.
25.
You suck.
All right. As
Terrible roll.
Maltoro sees what's going on,
Goodness.
Not anymore.
I laugh.
I know. So I did it.
Straight butt.
It's straight. Yeah, you're right. It is, and not by you.
he takes a disengage action.
I'm coming with you. I'm coming with you.
What? Boy,
You scared him away.
And then takes a dash
his
action.
freaking
Now that the
glove.
web is gone.
Gonna go to that exit.
And
That's a lot of movement.
Yeah.
that's 80 feet of movement.
Gosh.
And he
Catch him.
has to take more. How's your.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know how that
He
works.
takes all the damage. He just picks up dice. And drops it. In
Does
your
he have
turn.
to make
It's
a.
on my turn.
It's on your
if
turn?
that's near him.
If it's
Which,
near him.
Of course, it's chasing him right now.
Right. Okay. So he currently does not see it because he's around the corner of the wall.
It's like
Just FYI.
classic, like behind the thing you look one way, it's not there.
All right.
It's
It is
just-
now June's turn.
Walking super slow and then
About that. Okay. I am going to run.
show the dog mercy.
No. No.
Please.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to figure out who needs it worse, the Etten or the dog. I can't. I'm gonna go with the
The
Etten.
dog.
All right.
What do we
so
got, June?
I'm going up to the Etten.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
So you rush up to the two-headed giant looming over
Yeah, am I
Ray,
flanking it?
ready to strike,
No.
You'd have.
and you
okay.
make your attack.
So I'm gonna try and hit it with the quarterstaff, both hands.
Yep.
this
Go ahead and
time.
make your attack.
First action. Okay. That is 19 to hit.
19 does hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That's 9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Very
and then
good.
for my bonus action,
As you swing through and it connects right with its chest, and there is a crunch of bone where its collarbone would be, and its arm kind of droops for a second as you kind of crack through its collarbone, and it kind of loses its strength for a moment before it just catches itself and is looking at you both. One head looking at you, June, one head looking at Ray with rage in its eyes.
bonus action of an unarmed strike, and then I am also going to use one of my key points for Hands of Harm.
Okay.
You can add that to the unarmed
Yep.
strike.
Okay.
So let's roll, please. Yay! 18 to hit for that
18
one.
hits.
Okay.
And so as June kind of follows through with her quarterstaff hit, you see her take the momentum and plant the quarterstaff in the ground, and she holds on with her left hand and releases with her right, which begins to glow green as you punch it directly into where its heart would be, just like you did with the Drider. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That's right. We saw this before.
You
Do we
saw
know
this
what's coming?
before.
Ooh, so that is 4 points for the unarmed strike plus 5, so that's 9 points on the unarmed strike base,
Nice.
plus the roll for the necrotic damage, which is 2 points of necrotic damage.
Okay,
Nice.
and so you make the connection in with the chest. Your hand sinks in a little bit, and you feel the kind of the beat of its heart beneath your knuckles as it then flexes its chest and kind of repulses you out as black tendrils kind of spider out around its heart, and it takes the necrotic damage from your blow, but is able to kind of continue on as its body is just battered and beaten, but he's holding on. It is now his turn
Disadvantage against June.
as the first attack comes against June with disadvantage, as there's a flash of purple light.
Just want to make sure it's known.
As there's a flash of purple light, and it looks like the woman who appeared, who you don't know, kind of steps in front of the giant as if to shield June from the blow, and that is a 17 and an 18. So that is a...
Well, it misses. Yeah.
That's a 24 to hit.
Never mind.
Yep. So you take 15 points of damage.
Half because you have resistance to that damage.
It is not.
What? That's what the Ancestral Guardian thing is.
No, it's not. I can read it.
Do you take half damage?
And the person gets resistance to it.
Oh, okay.
I like
so then,
this rule.
So then you take 7 points of damage.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the creature has resistance to the damage dealt by the
Nice.
attack.
That is
Yep.
very good.
Nice.
Very good. Thank you, Steve.
2DM.
So you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as the other attack comes against you, Ray, with advantage because you did your reckless attack, and that is 20 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And you take 15 points of damage, half down to 7, as it is meeting you face to face.
June disengage.
These two creatures
Please don't.
again take their attacks on Morthos with advantage.
Dog has disadvantage.
This
so
one
straight
takes
roll.
the attack on Morthos, and that is a 18 to hit.
Does not.
As this creature turns to you, Oliver, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Don't be charmed.
9. It's almost a crit.
As it looks at you and says, "Bad kitty," and you fall asleep.
You can't do that.
Oh no!
He says with some catnip.
Okay.
Oh jeez.
Catnap.
Okay.
I know,
It
right?
is these guys now all. This one has his bow fixed. This one takes his action to fix his bow. And there are 4 attacks now made, normal attacks, against Morthos. The first one
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
is a
I've come
16.
to talk with you again.
second is natural 20.
Oh jeez.
So that's 14 points of
Doesn't
damage.
hit.
14 points of damage to you.
Don't you have your dice? Or
The
you
It's
used
a
it?
reaction. Can't use it.
the third one
You suck.
is a 23. That's 7 points of damage. And the last one
Going
is
down.
a... You're down?
No, he's going
I'm
down.
going down. Go ahead.
Okay. The last one is a 17.
That misses.
Oh.
So 2 arrows in your side and in your shoulder, as there are now 3 that have kind of stepped up in a line and seem to be guarding the escape of Maltoro, and are ready to continue to fire down upon you all.
Ray's turn. Oh, that guy. Gonna do something fun.
He rushes up and takes his attack on the thug and slashes through him and puts him down
That's what I'm talking about.
as he continues forward. And he kind of stays there and sees what's going on. He gets in front and gets into a defensive position and is ready to kind of parry the blows that may come. It is now Ray's turn.
Okay, I'd like to move into a flanking position with June.
June?
Yep.
Okay.
So just kind of around the beast.
Through his legs.
Okay. So,
No, it doesn't work.
I'm
You're
staying
about
in.
the same
I'm staying in
size.
range.
yep.
Yep.
Go ahead and make your attack with advantage
With
Let's walk
advantage.
around.
because you don't need to
I'm
reckless.
going to do
What are you
Great
doing?
Stand
Weapons
right
Master
here.
though.
Okay, -5 plus 10.
Yep. 14.
14 does not hit.
Really?
15's the low end. All right.
Okay. as you bring the hammer down and you do make contact with its thick back muscles, but its muscles are too strong, and you didn't get quite enough in the blow to do the damage you had hoped. As Oliver is asleep, and JB, you're up.
The phantasmal force appears again, right in front of the boss guy. Of course.
Are you casting the spell again?
No, it's in his mind, so it just happens.
Okay. I have to look at how
it's
that.
an illusion, so like it just happens. He will always be right next.
Phantasmal force.
I'll look it up.
That's in the PHP, or is it in Xanathar's?
Yep. Give me 1 sec. It's loading.
Takes root in the mind of the creature that you can see within range. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, you create a phantasmal object.
264.
The target rationalizes any logical outcomes from interacting with the phantasm. For example,
if he runs 80 feet away and it appears in front of him, it will be rationalized.
It did say undead, so it's like mystical. It could do that. Ah, did you hear that?
Besides, this undead fire creature has a 100-foot misty step that it can use.
So it appears directly in front of it again, and he uses his action
Yours is right in its-
to try to determine what's going on with this.
Oh yeah, so you can use an
Oh, it's my turn
intelligence.
Oh, okay.
Not his turn.
So on his turn,
Then he
he...
can use his action.
Yep. So he takes the damage. Go ahead and... what was the damage?
1d6. 3 psychic.
Okay, very good.
And I will move out. In front of Rubius, looking at the Etten. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Yeah, Etten. And I'm gonna burn my last level 2 spell. And find a... Oh, is that dead little dog on the ground right now?
Yep,
He's not
dead
dead.
dog's here.
Less than 5 pounds?
Does not.
Dang.
It's a chihuahua.
Are there rocks on the ground?
I'm gonna grab a rock. I'm not gonna grab a rock. I'm gonna point and whip it at cast the catapult spell.
So whip
Launch
it.
it at the Etlin's.
I whip my rock back and forth.
Not the Mikey head, the other head.
The one that's...
The one that was played by Matthew.
Well, this is...
This isn't Mike Q.
This is not Mike Q.
Oh, okay.
Mike Hughes in the woods looking for a flying beast.
Oh, that's who he's talking about. Alright, I'm gonna whip it at his head.
Yep. But make your attack.
So it is actually a dexterity saving throw.
Dex save. That is a 19 on the dice.
That's unfair.
How
Alright.
dare you succeed?
Listen, I've been rolling ones all night.
Only for
Except
the
when
archers.
I'm up. It's a natural 20.
Yes, only for you. The dice are against you and you
Could
alone.
have been a great moment for me.
Alright, well.
No, it doesn't. It avoids it. Rubius, you're on deck.
If the object would strike a creature, that creature must make a dice save. Failed save. No, it just goes past him.
Okay, so the stone clashes harmlessly against the wall behind it as your last spell is expanded. Rubius,
All
you're
right.
up.
There's a dog that's next to Morthos, right?
There is a dog next
I
to
wish
Morthos.
to shoot it.
Okay. Go ahead
I wish
and
to
make
shoot
your
it.
attack.
Did someone kill
That's
a freaking
18.
dog?
18 hits.
Somebody's gotta wake up Hoff.
Oh, he can't.
What are you hitting with?
A hand crossbow,
Hand crossbow.
which is 9 damage.
Okay. The
would-
bolt
Nice.
sinks into its body,
Not bad.
and it goes in for a second and then spits itself out as it is non-magical and does no damage.
Okay, well, I'd like to use my crossbow expert to shoot at the Etten then, with the
Go ahead
hand
and
crossbow.
make your attack.
I hate that thing.
It is a 25.
Aim for its eyes.
25.
I would like to aim for its eyes if possible.
Go ahead and make your attack.
The one that's already got one eye out.
25, you said?
10 damage.
10 damage. That hits. Okay.
Nice.
As the arrow doesn't quite hit its eye, but it does hit near into its throat. As it is grasping for air, trying to
It's even better.
continue the fight, though it is looking severely beaten.
Good thing it's got another windpipe.
Morthos.
The arrow
Morthos will command his echo to go 30 feet and get behind the cage that Killion is in.
Okay, behind the cage.
Yep. And then with a little wink, we'll change places.
Okay. I presume you're not 15 feet in the air.
Sure. If I can
Okay.
get down, I'd like to. Otherwise, I'm
You
gonna have to fall. But
Fall to the ground.
How far? How much damage can I take falling? I forget what is
It's a
fall damage.
D6.
D6 of every 10 feet.
No,
Morthos.
he moved it down.
I would say if I have enough movement, I'm moving them down. But I don't know if I have enough. That's what you have to find out.
Okay, I'll let you safely land on the ground.
I'm okay as long as it's only a
You
D6.
die. You die on a 10-foot fall.
You roll your
That'd be
ankle,
something.
He jumped
Oh,
to death
It hurts so dead.
hit your head on the cage.
for the bushes.
And then I
Okay.
look in the cage and I go, Killion, my friend, let's get the hell out of here.
He is unresponsive.
But is he willing?
He
I
is
touch him and I
unresponsive.
dimension door.
To be fair, they
Go
were
ahead and roll an Arcana
kidnapped.
check.
Kidnapping people are not.
He's
Oh,
not.
he's bringing out the real dice for this one.
18.
You reach through, and there is you immediately sense a magical aura within the shield, and you cast the spell with the cape, and there is a resistance that the shield, or that the cage gives you, and there's a flash of light as you disappear. Where are you seeking to teleport to?
I would have gone to the beginning of the cave here.
Basically, the exit the dude was
Right, yeah, right where the guy was trying to run out.
Over
before.
here.
Yep.
Okay? You appear there with Killion on the ground,
his arm.
That's what I was waiting
and you take 7 points of force damage.
for. And I go down.
Oh!
You were literally okay with a D6.
as you are downed. As you overcame you were able to cast a spell, but not without a backfire of the magical damage. Killion is out of the cage. This guy looks at this thing that is now following him, this undead creature wreathed in fire. And that's a 19. I believe that makes the save. And so he now knows that 19 makes the save. He knows that it is an illusion. It goes away. And he rushes forward.
That's where the rat guy left from.
It is now June's turn.
Word. Okay. So, June is going to not jump, but just reach in whatever way she can with her quarterstaff, both hands, at the Etten.
Okay. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Again.
Yeah, first one is going to be 20.
That hits.
Should I roll again?
Yep,
Just see
because
if
you
I
might
hit?
crit.
Yeah. Almost. So close. So then the second one is going to be 21.
All right,
To hit.
that hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. So you roll your d8 because you use two hands.
7 points of damage,
Okay.
and then
Follow with your bonus action attack.
bonus action. Yeah.
So you go to swipe at its leg, you hit it at the knee, and it buckles down, its head dropping about to the same level as Ray's head, and you kind of go to Superman punch it.
MMA.
Okay, that's 18 to hit.
That hits. and instead of going for its head, you go for the same softened spot that you've already sent the necrotic damage through its chest, and this time you punch, and having already been damaged from your previous blow, your fist plunges into its chest and smashes into its beating heart, crushing it upon itself, and he just both of the heads look down at you as blood pours out of each of their mouths. They drop their 2 clubs and they just kind of grasp your fist as you look at it and you say, "Be at peace."
And I pull its heart out in my hand.
And it falls to its knee and then crashes forward.
And I still have another action with that. Wait, did I said flurry of blows, right? I did.
You did not, but...
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Well, I was going to heal myself, but I'd forget if I said flurry of blows.
Yeah, you did not. That's okay.
That's okay.
Matt,
So the Etten has been finished.
by the way, Matt, I thought this was assumed, but I do have the ring of volleys that I've been using, so technically that was supposed to be a magical arrow that hit the dog.
Oh, word.
Okay.
That dog
That's, ever since I got this, all my ammunition is magical.
Okay, very good. So then yes,
I'm not asleep then.
the creature is dead, and
Oh, it's like that was just a waking
And-
dream.
Oliver, you now wake up.
Fair.
Thank God I remembered that.
All right. Yep. Got to know your stuff, guys, because
Yep,
I don't
sorry.
know. I don't remember everything I give you. All right. And there are now only 3 enemies left. They see what's going on, but they all see Kelsin has appeared, and so there are 6 arrow volleys that go at Kelsin.
Oh, good. I hope he dies.
All with disadvantage. First one misses
Why?
because he took the dodge action.
Gotcha.
Second one misses. Natural 1. I break my bowstring again.
Are you kidding me? That's 5 for those
Third
guys.
one
This episode's so cool.
misses.
Comedic at this point.
Fourth one. Ooh. Hits. As there's 3 of them here all lined up. As he's kind of dodging out of the way, he does a bit of a somersault, and as he lands, he doesn't see the last arrow, and it catches him in the leg. As he just kind of buckles under the arrow.
He took an arrow to the knee, huh?
Breaks the arrow off, so his movement is not impeded. As these 3 all kind of rush around the corner. It is now Ray's turn. As you look and...
The only bad guys I see are around the corner, right?
Correct.
Okay. Running on top of the beast because now I am taller than it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm making fun of it. I'm gonna just go 30 feet towards where I see them disappearing.
Okay.
35 feet, sorry.
Okay, 35 feet. You can take a dash action if you care to.
Yeah, sure.
You do see all 3 of them now, as there does seem to be a small tunnel in the back of the cave that you have not seen before that exits out somewhere else. All right, it is now Oliver's turn. As your eyes flutter open, you're awake.
I sit up
You sit up.
and I scan the room.
Okay, roll a perception check.
$16.
Okay. You see out of the corner of your eye the back end of enemies around the corner, and you see a dead Etten and several dead Jackaware and thugs.
Do I see the empty cage?
You do see the empty cage.
And I don't see Morthos.
You do not, nor Killion. They are around the corner out of your view.
Okay, I'm going to step up right behind June.
Behind June.
Sorry. Ray.
Okay, you can go 15 feet.
I should be able to go 20,
What's your speed?
40.
Okay, 20 feet.
It
Very
doesn't
good.
matter, but that was just more
Okay,
clerical.
yeah.
How dare you reduce
You
my
have
speed?
mobility. I forgot about that.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Could I reach them? From where I was? No.
What are you trying to reach them with?
I was gonna.
You were
I was gonna
here.
blade flourish. Yeah, I couldn't have hit them. Yep, forget it.
You were here.
I am going to cast suggestion on the one closest to us.
Okay. So the one that has the broken bowstring.
Yeah.
That poor guy.
It's a string for you.
Okay. What are you suggesting?
I am going to look at him. Bart's pissed that he got put asleep. And Bart, like, angrily points at him. And Oliver says, I suggest you come back here and sit in the cage and count to 1 billion and answer all of our questions.
Okay. What save is it?
Wisdom.
That is a 14.
He fails.
Okay. So as these two are running, this one stops and turns around and looks at you.
In the cage. I said, sit in the cage.
His movement is now going towards the cage, but
Okay.
yep, he's begun counting
To 1 billion.
to 1 billion.
Good.
Rick, we're running out of time.
JB,
And
you're up.
then he just starts yelling, 53, 19, 4, 66. See if I can get him to screw up.
All right. Do I have any potions? Hold on. Why would we just pass the potion? Nope.
see you go down. Otherwise, I would have healed
It's all good.
Some good coffee.
Will go. I don't see any bad guys. So I turn around and head towards Morthos, and I'm gonna attempt to stabilize him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Come on, baby. 22.
He is stabilized. As you see
Okay.
that the damage he took was from an arcane, essentially arcane backlash, as the power of the cloak kind of was interfered with by whatever this this magic was in the cage, and you are able to find, okay, it was in his side and his hand, and you're basically able to apply pressure and patch him up, and you see that his breathing kind of steadies, and
big.
he's no longer bleeding out.
And whatever I have left, I don't know what kind of bonus action, whatever, I can try and free the little guy. That's
Yeah, the bonus action wouldn't do that. So, because he's tied up, his legs, his hands, his mouth, everything is all, and as you look at him, you see that he is unconscious. Rubius.
Can I move around the rocks to see if I can get a pot shot at them while they try to run away? Like to the
Southeast?
southeast.
So the opposite direction.
So
that
like
you moved
through
in.
that thing.
there's
to see
stone
them?
there.
Through the wall.
Oh, yeah, there's stone. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Do I have sight on anyone?
You do.
It's
You
like
can
a-
see this one here that has a broken string.
No.
He's not the one that's ancient, is he?
He's had
You don't know.
Shouldn't he have started moving towards the cage?
It's not his turn yet.
Oh, you son of a beast.
You better hope I miss one.
Why don't you shoot the other one? Just say it.
He doesn't see the other one.
What? He's more invisible. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
This off. Curse words might come out.
Alright, well, I'm playing that character. I shoot at him.
Go ahead and make your attack. It's
It's alright, that's only 21 to hit.
there.
Only 21 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
He is no longer suggested.
1d6 plus 5.
Let you do 0 damage.
11 damage.
11 damage. All right. He takes. Let's see.
Let's do it again.
We even had this conversation about
just-
trying to keep someone alive.
Can you just metagame for like
Ooh.
one round?
Nope.
He goes down. He's dead.
I got him! Why do you all look so pissed at me?
Bart and Oliver are just like, you idiot.
I saved your life!
All right, it is now Morthos' turn. You're stabilized.
To be clear, Oliver's
Boss
Jake's.
is gone. And June, you are up.
Did you say Killion was... You said he was bound, but did you say what he was bound with?
It's manacles on his hands and feet.
Okay.
And then a tie around his mouth. That's basically like ripping into the side of his mouth. There's blood there. And it's bound in the back with a leather strap.
He's fine. So that figurine to the directly like east of where I am, that's an enemy, right? I can't even tell if it's
This guy's dead.
No, like the
This guy's dead.
It's Kelsin.
This guy's dead. This guy's
Oh, that's
dead.
Kelsin. Okay, I was good to know.
That was Killian.
Yep.
They all kind of look alike from a distance. Okay.
You see no enemies about you that
Yeah.
draw breath.
So I'm gonna go over to where Morthos is,
Go over to Morthos.
Mhm.
Okay, you're up to Morthos.
and he's just stabilized. He doesn't have any health right now, right?
They're both.
Yeah.
He's stabilized.
Okay. I'm just going
Ray,
to.
your rage has dropped because you did not make an attack last turn.
I am going to use my last.
No, because he died and then you rushed forward.
I'm
You
gonna
should have
use
stomped over his body.
Well, I did say I wanted to go there.
I'm gonna use my last chi point to use Hands of Healing on Morthos.
On Morthos?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and use your hands of
Ooh,
healing.
that's 7 points.
Nice.
So,
Turn.
Morthos, you take 7 points of healing. You are back up.
Back to
Ready to rumble.
As the two archers take their shots as they continue to flee, they take 4 shots at Ray. That is a 25 to hit.
Yikes.
That is a 24 to hit.
Hit.
That is a 14 to hit.
Miss.
And a 23 to hit.
Hit. 3
So you
hits.
take 3 hits, which do 21 damage to you.
Woo!
And they continue forward 30 feet. They disappear out of your view. It is your turn, Ray.
They disappeared 30 feet.
Yep. As incline goes up. They basically stopped, took their shots, and then
Yep.
turned and continued to run.
I'm seeing if. I'll go to the edge of the tunnel and see if I could see anybody.
You go to the edge of the tunnel, and you do see them at the top of your vision. They're about 40 feet ahead of you.
Dang it. Okay. I can't grapple them. I was gonna try to grapple them and keep them as a prisoner. Alright.
We do have a nice cage.
If only Rufus
I'm-
died.
Yeah, no. They're heading out of the tunnel!
And crossbow.
And I'm not gonna pursue them.
Okay. Are you staying there?
No. I will back up. I only have 5 feet of movement, so I'm gonna back up 5.
Okay. They continue on. Combat has come to a close,
Thank God.
and Kelsin stands in your midst, breathing heavy, looking with eyes of anger at you,
How's
Oliver.
he look?
He looks. He took an arrow, but otherwise he's fine.
Why are you angry at Ollie?
Because Ollie said to kill him.
I didn't say to kill him. That's what you wanted to hear.
Ollie said to give him up. So, and your friend Killion is breathing but unconscious at the feet of June and JB as Morthos' eyes flutter open, and you stand up. You look at your cloak, which is damaged, and you're unsure if it will continue to operate. And you investigate, you take off the binds of your friend, and it is there that we will pick up our episode next week.
Well, at least
So before we close, we are going to give away the minis that are floating around up there. And so if you would like your chance at the I think we got
I didn't see
one or two new subs, but not 3, unfortunately. So thank you for those who did subscribe tonight and those who followed. But we will give away the two. We'll give away the two, the bugbear and the little flying familiar. Type in !saved, SAVED, !saved for your opportunity to win those 2 medium minis. !saved, and we will give it a couple minutes, and then we will choose a winner. We're going to do that after the stream ends, so stick around in the chat, and we'll do that. But we appreciate those of you who have stuck through this night with us, through some of these combats and tricksy sending people off cliffs situations. And we hope to see you next Tuesday night at 7:30 Eastern when we continue to loot, die, and repeat. Have a good night, everyone. Cheers.